Sorry, give me a sec. Trying to set things up. I haven't streamed in a while, and I do not have the right settings set up. So, give me a quick sec. Okay. Sorry for the delay. Everyone's starting this up. I had to change some of my settings and kind of forgot. It's been a while since I've streamed. I think since CBLOL Academy ended last split. So we're back to it. Academy has started. Let's go. More hype than ever right now. Ooh, okay. Things are beeping. Yeah, I mean, the Academy has expanded, and we have tier 3 teams now actually competing in here. And I love that. I'm going to be honest, I actually hate the franchising system. I love relegations because that lights a fire under people. And we had 2 teams qualify, Team GE and Tropa. GE got acquired by Flamengo. So, yeah, Flamengo is back in CBLOL this time as CBLOL Academy players. And there are players on that team who I think most of us will recognize from Academy prior. Tropa's a newer org. I'm not as familiar with them. I recognize like 2 of the names on that roster, but yeah. Yeah. And this means there's 12 teams in CBLOL Academy to split, which also means that we are looking at 6 games a day, 2 days a week still. That's pretty exciting. In other news as well, CBLOL English might have co-stream rights, so I might be able to actually co-stream this stuff live instead of doing VOD reviews. This week was a bit bad. I just got noticed that we might have perms, so I didn't have... I wasn't ready this week for it, unfortunately. So that's why I'm doing VOD reviews. So, yeah. Here we go. First game is... Who is this? Liberty versus Furia. Let's see who... I recognize SKB from the Liberty roster. Was doing pretty well on the top side. That Liberty roster did really well, actually, last split. So, pretty... a lot of them got promoted, right? So, kind of excited to see Liberty back in again. SKB remaining. Momochi is another name I haven't seen in a split. I think Momochi played 1 game last split in CBLOL in one of the weeks where they were playing the Academy roster up there. Furia, on the other hand, I recognize Steiner and Naze, but Steiner and Naze, let me double check here. Steiner wasn't Furia last split, but yeah, Naze was Los Academy on that really messed up roster where they got screwed by the main roster's shenanigans. So glad to see them back. I don't recognize any of the other players, so lots of new names. That should be hype. That should be exciting. And we'll hop right into it. Okay, Nocturne first ban. Nocturne's pretty strong on this patch in general. Like the whole Nico Nocturne thing is one thing, but I think just in general, experimental hexplate makes Nocturne super strong, super fast. Milio ban makes sense too. Milio Lucian is sort of what the OP thing that everybody was talking about, but I like what Titan and Korea have been doing with Milio Caitlyn. I think that's actually even more dangerous because how do you even deal with that? Like the range is so disgusting. Vlad and Draven, those look like target bans to me, which is interesting. I think Leandrin, yeah, Leandrin played at Ignis Cup, so I guess they've got some tape on them. LeBlanc's pretty strong. We saw 80 LeBlanc last week with Tinones and CBLOL. So, yeah, I guess they're just kind of worried about it. Yeah, Karma OP. Karma Ezreal is so strong this patch. Karma, both mid and support, is kind of busted. Yeah, Ori's not going to be able to answer a Karma mid, unfortunately. Like, you can try, it won't work. And I will say, Kalista and Lucian feel like bait picks to me this patch. I don't know if they're as OP as they used to be. You can still go to the Renata if you want with Kalista, but yeah, against Karma support is kind of rough. I love this Karma pick. It's just so strong, man. It's giving you so much utility already and flex power. Yeah, I'm sorry if you're hearing clicking sounds. My mic position's a little bit off. I had to increase sensitivity. I don't know if something happened with an update or something, but my mic is not picking up sound quite as well right now. Okay, we're still looking for a jungler for Liberty. Jungler and potentially support or mid. Okay, we're looking for top lane and support for the set of Furia. Nara is an answer to Kasante. I kind of like it. You're mobile enough. You've got range. You can kind of try and bully out. I like that Nara's coming back to meta. Oh, Bel'Veth already. Bel'Veth jungle or Bel'Veth support? Yeah, this is not a flex pick because you have to pick right after. So we're going to find out pretty damn quick what it is. Okay, Bel'Veth jungle. Or Levizen. Levizen? Interesting. I will say, I actually... Hold on a second. I'm actually going to lower the volume a little bit here. Not mute, but... lower. Oh, and my background music's still running. See, I haven't streamed for a while, so I've forgotten how to do everything. Wait, no, draft. Hold on. Sorry, I missed. I was going to mention something about the draft. Here we go. Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of picking the Nautilus here because we had no clue what was coming through for last pick. So I think Nautilus, I understand why pros keep picking it. I just don't really like it. I think it's very counterable. So I think it's kind of dangerous to be just blinding, or not say dangerous, but there are bad things that can happen to you if you do this. And like Kalista, Alistar should have a fun time into Varus. Nautilus, if you want to survive the lane, I almost feel like Varus has to go hill blades here, which is to me not ideal at any rate. But yeah, if you don't, then you're gonna have a rough time. Let's skip ahead actually to the in-game. Okay, there we go. Okay, what do I like? I really like the Karma. I think that's ridiculously OP on this patch. If you take it mid like this, you just build Malignance and you kind of already won that lane. Malignance into AP. The comp from Furia is a nice team fighting composition. Really like it. Oh, Leandrin got wrecked. Oh, by the way, not Hill of Blades. So that's unfortunate. Leandrin will be a little bit late to lane. They won't have control. And you're not leashing for Lipperson, which, yeah. I mean, as Bel'Veth, you might not be starting Red anyways. You could start Wolves or Raptors, pardon me. That's what it looks like. Furious comp, I like it. Really strong team fighting composition. Like, this entire comp is great team fight. Even Xin Zhao, I think, is a decent team fighter with Crescent Guard and it's a ball delivery system. So Furia should be fine, should be good. Liberty, on the other hand, they've got a lot of OP picks. Belveth, I wouldn't consider OP necessarily, but one thing I do like about Belveth, which we haven't seen pretty much any of, is Belveth with Void Grubs. It can be so ridiculously OP. Like if you get Herald, you get Baron. Oh, what the hell happened up here? How did SKB almost die? That's rough. Yeah, but back to Belveth. She can push incredibly hard with Void Grubs. So I want Liberty to actually like focus this top side, but the problem is they blinded Cassante and it got countered by Nar. So I don't know if we're gonna see that. Yeah, Momoshi went too deep. That's fine. Okay, they win this. Oh no, they don't. Fury won this. Oh, that flash is unfortunate. Wait, okay, so let's see how this fight breaks out, because I was just talking about how I'd have liked to see more pressure for SKB topside to be able to actually kind of push in and take Void Grub's control later this game, and SKB already got screwed, right? Like SKB's almost dead. So I guess Leveson kind of makes the call, like we're going to cheese the bot lane. On blue side, we're seeing that a lot because red side does not know how to play safe a lot of times. And now that you have access this way, it's very easy to punish red side if they're ever pushing out against Kalista, Alistair. The decision's sound. You're thinking, okay, we gank them, Kalista's going to push out, they'll be punished. The problem, though, is that that's not what's happening here. The call from Liberty is instead to actually push into their jungle. And why? How do they even get this, actually? I'm watching bot side, because the Andron came late to lane, but was actually able to get first push. Did they see? Hold on. Did they see them? There's no wards. Wow, okay, that's a really good call from Fury. I don't know who tracked the potential that Leveson was going to invade this way. Like, they knew Leveson started bot side. They had a ward here, so that's worth noting. And they just, like, guessed that, hey, let's try and ward out, because Leveson might invade and try and steal away buffs. So Fury actually sacked bot prio, which they didn't really have necessarily, but they just kind of gave it up and said, oh, okay, we're going to just defend, let the wave push into us, play safe. And it caught Leveson for a split second. I don't think he saw it, but yeah. I really don't like this call from Liberty, because you knew that Uzent was probably going in. So you're making the call that, hey, we are going to try and invade on this, knowing that it will probably be a 3v3. Maybe the thinking is that, hey, if we pressure in fast enough, hard enough, Aikawa, pardon me, can't leave lane or they'll miss the wave, I think, is the decision here. But yeah, the problem is I don't think you win this. Like, Belveth is not bad early, but you're not Xinjiao, that's for sure. And Kalista Alistar is stronger too than Varus. Again, that's Hill of Blades. That's not Hill of Blades Varus. That's Lethal Tempo Varus. So yeah, this is opting such a dangerous fight for me. I don't like it. You're going to Furia's side. Furia can always retreat to safety. They can fall back either way. Liberty can't chase. And because you're playing aggressively, because you win the early fight, Gromp actually ends up attacking you. So yeah. Oh, Gromp actually didn't get triggered. That's interesting. So yeah, they just straight out won the 3v3 as expected. And yeah, I mentioned that Furia can retreat. Liberty can't. Ooh, yeah, that failed flash was just icing on the cake. Very, very unfortunate. Yeah, that's just brutal. Unfortunate. But again, like, kind of what did you expect, right? Like, okay. Yeah, Fury now. I mean, that's really good. Kills all went to Aikawa as well. Already Berserker's Greaves picked up with an extra longsword. That's nasty. Now Leandra and Mochi basically can't push out turret. If you're past the middle of the lane, like, you're vulnerable. And I love that Steiner's just kind of dogpiling to this bot lane. And why not? Right? Like, if you look at it, Zino is doing a great job up top. You've already got a lead. You're pushing it. So you're winning top. Leveson does not need to go up here at all. Like, so you can just camp bot side. Love it. And their comp is really scary mid game too. So yeah, Liberty have scaling on their side, but they just kind of need to find a way to stall out and not get run over by Furia. Or maybe you just pray that, yeah, that doesn't happen, that Furia doesn't push. Yo, Spoods, been a while. Damn right, Liko waiting room is back. Yeah, Liko's on Kate starts to split instead of wait, no, he was running Kate starts to split. Never mind. I kept thinking Red. No, Red was Aituza. Yeah. Who's now in CBLOL, by the way. You've been getting Liko updates? Bro, you gotta fill me in. I have not been getting updates on Academy. So like this is the first game of Academy I'm looking at. The offseason was kind of wild because they had that crazy tier 3 tournament to promote into Academy. What was it like 128 teams or something like that? So yeah. Okay, yeah, all the action's just happening bot side right now. That's kind of funny. CO was sending him on Twitter, that's all. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, here for Kalista going burr. It's funny too because I was actually just saying that I don't think Kalista is as strong as she used to be, but this game at least she's doing really, really well. And they're just gonna die for this. It's so easy. Wait, what the frick? They failed the dive? That's unfortunate. Fail here is a relative term. They still got the kill, and Liandrin still forced off turret, so I don't think they got full shove in though. This was just mistakes from Furia. They didn't commit hard enough. They thought they had Liandrin, they thought they had Momoshi, and then they kind of didn't, so that ended up backfiring. So it's a 1-for-1. And they also wait, hold on. Wait, I want to highlight something about this. In the replay. Okay, so they denied like half a wave, but I think they actually could have sat around and finished pushing that in all the way, because now the engine only lost half the wave, and the engine's actually okay because Aikawa had base as well. So not fully ideal, but that's okay. I still like the ideas from Furia. Oh, Leveson getting this is illegal. Yeah. The setup for the dive was appropriate. It should have been a good dive. The execution was flawed, heavily flawed. But yeah, them getting Void Grubs is so illegal here. What the actual hell? Oh? This, what, Okay. Okay. Okay, Naze. Like Naze and Steiner are trying to make a point. Steiner and Naze didn't even come from the same team either. That's interesting to me. But this synergy that now from the two of them is amazing. Like Karma should be winning this lane mid. 100% should be winning it. And Kina's not winning it. Neveson's behind right now. So Fury have just all winning lanes. Oh, SKB was the one doing the fight. That's the top laner. The hell? Yeah, you can't do this. That's such a weird call from Liberty. Yeah, what's available for that fight actually? So I just want to double check because so SKB teleports into there to try and make that happen. That's okay. Summoner's already blown from Aikawa. I guess the initial call is okay if Momoshi can follow up. Momoshi has no flash though. Yeah, the Fate's call was really, really clutch. Is Spec bugged? Didn't look like the ult was up. Yeah, Spec's bugged. Okay, I was like, wait, that ult doesn't look like it's up. It's up. Yeah. So Fate calls, they completely screwed this. And then this is what I don't get. They make the call for SKB to stick around. It's like you're already getting screw top. The ping comes down, and I guess they said, okay, it's already gone. We sack this. Then they full send it. It's like, bro, why are we doing this? You just lost your mid laner. Their mid can rotate. You can't do squat. And yeah, sure enough, they just rotate. Yeah. Truly a game of all time. This is why I love Academy though. Like Academy teams are more willing to pull the trigger. one way or another, for better or for worse. Why are they so desperate? I don't know. I mean, their comp is really bad for the mid game. Like, Furia's about to hit the power spike. I think first item is going to be a big spike for Furia. And because Liberty had like zero pressure at all in the early game, they lost all the both dragons. I think they're just yeah, they probably were thinking, okay, like we need to find some sort of lead or we're gonna get run over. It backfired and now they're gonna get run over. Yeah. That's the thing with first weeks too. It's always kind of dicey what you're gonna see. And because I don't know a lot of these players, my first look at them, it's kind of interesting. Oh, dear lord. Yeah, I don't even know where Liberty looked to come back into this game. Normally they'd be like, oh, you can still play through the Karma, but if Naze was winning that early against Karma, I don't hold up much hope, period. Wow, only 2 Void Grubs taken all game. That's super weird. Okay. Yeah, we've been seeing this a lot from double teams now. I think on like after the first 2 weeks of pro play, a lot of teams have been sacking Void Grubs to go for the dragons instead, because you can sack 2 dragons at a time. Oh, rest in pieces. Holy crap. Wait, why are they up there? I don't understand this. Okay, so what are they trying to do here? You've got 4 members. You're pushing up. Drag is not coming up anytime soon. So what are we getting this bot side vision prio for? They don't even get bot side vision prio is the other issue. Like, they didn't actually drop wards. This is interesting, I guess. Like, I'm not going to say it's like criminal that Liberty were pushing out, but it certainly wasn't set up properly. They're basically risking that it's a 50-50. It's not a 50-50. You're so far behind right now. It's not equal. Oh, lane swaps. Okay. Are they trying to funnel gold to Naze? Yeah, this game's kind of doomed though. It's 6k gold lead for Furia at 15 minutes. Damn. Mythic's starting to come in. Malignant's finally picked up by Kina. Yeah, this is a 4v3. They don't win this anyways. Oh, never mind. I jinxed it. Damn, they actually won that. Okay. Yeah, that's a Noof gold grab. Well, it's less Noof now. I cast a cursed it somehow. I actually didn't think they were going to win this. Because, yeah, that's an Alistair Shinjao. Shinjao's Crescent Guard means that Lianjun probably isn't going to do as much damage as he'd like. And Levizin also, like, has to get into dangerous range. With Aikawa, and I don't know if that's true or not, if both the outs are down. If both of the outs are down, then maybe. Okay, yeah, it looks like the outs were actually down this time. Okay, good play from Liberty if they were playing around those timers. Yeah. Oh, so did you hear what happened with CBLOL English, this split? Every time the casters, every time all 10 of us agree that one team should win, they've lost. Like, it happened to Pain against Liberty. It happened to Red versus, who did Red just play this week? Who they lost to? I'm brain farting. Can't remember. Can't be bothered to look it up. But yeah, we've cast a curse like every time we've done that. Actually, no. One time it didn't happen. That was Loud's game. But Hawk missed the prediction deadline, so it's technically only 9 of us, but still. Yeah. I think at this point. But we'll just never all predict all 10 for the same team. That's all. So somebody will have to sacrifice themselves. That's it. Okay. Fury are still in full control of this game. I just think they might be a bit gun shy after the last screw up. The gold lead hasn't changed. I think, yeah, they're just setting up and waiting for Baron, I think. But they could potentially throw at Baron. I don't think they're... Baron, since season 14, is actually kind of hard to do at 20 minutes. Like, teams that start it end up getting so many stacks with the corrosive Baron thing that, yeah, you can die. Also, those hands are disturbing. I hate the hands. Territorial Baron. It's like little baby hands coming out of Barons. Just kind of creepy, man. Not a fan. Not a fan. Yeah, I think Fury was praying actually for an all-seeing Baron. That would have funneled Liberty into some really awkward spots. Liberty doesn't have a lot of tools to get over walls, so the more walls, the better for Furia. The better choke you can put them in. Liberty committing the early TP for mid lane pressure. Wow. Also, on this patch, Spectator is broken, so we don't get the dragon timers half the time. It's super annoying. Like, I know Dragon's coming up in the next, like, 30 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds, but I don't know the actual time. Okay. Yeah. They just don't have enough gold. Leandra's doing a lot of work, though. The lethal tempo 2-item spike is actually hitting pretty hard. Also, good positioning that fight. Leandrin was never under threat, so was able to free fire. Ooh. Bro, that's not okay. And people say Luden's companion is not a good item. I mean, I'm just saying, half health. Yeah, they break lots of things. I think the Void Grubs... I also wish they had like a Void Grub counter somewhere showing. CBLOL does a good job showing it like at 14 minutes when... Or after second Void Grub take. But I'd like to see it like somewhere on the overlay, like visibly, like the dragons or something. Because I have a goldfish brain. If I don't see it, I forget. True, I didn't even notice that. That is highly unfortunate. Yeah, SKB's dead too. Okay. Yeah, Liberty is kind of playing a little bit illegally here with how they are pushing out. But it's fine. It's game. Like, Furia's already got this in the bag. They got Baron. They have 11k gold lead. Yeah. Yeah. I love this just came from laning. I don't know what takeaways I can take from this, actually. Let's start with Liberty. What do I think about Liberty? I have zero thoughts of Liberty individual players. Because on one hand, okay, I think they had losing lanes early game in most of their lanes. The only lane which I thought would be winning. Sorry, I shouldn't cover it if I'm going to do that. Yeah, they just get wiped. The only lane I thought should be winning was Kina on the Karma. But you're up against Naze, to be fair, right? Like, Naze is Academy experience, Kina is new. So I don't want to judge a person off just one game. So I'll reserve my thoughts for Liberty. Furia, on the other hand, I really like Steiner Naze. Their experience is definitely showing there. Zino had a really good game, but it is a counter pick. Yeah, Zino won the matchup pretty hard. Oh, okay. No, not okay. I was hoping Leandrin could do something. Leandrin had a good position over the wall with lethal tempo, but yeah, it's just really tough for them. Not a fair call. Yeah. I think MVP for this game for me. Kawa got a really good start. I kind of want to give it to Naze personally because I think playing that Karma matchup's hard, but I think I could see it Steiner maybe. Because Steiner's everywhere too. I saw him for a second there. They give it to okay. I continue not understanding or misreading really badly who MVP should go to. I mean, that is a really high KP, to be fair. Wait, who had the highest KP actually in that game? Okay, yeah. Never mind. Uzent had more KP than Steiner or Naze. My bad. I guess a lot of action happened bot. That's fair. Yeah. Okay. I did not see that. That's my bad. Come on, boys. Yeah, I really thought Snyder did a great job. I mean, look at that goal differential. Holy crap, bro. That's brutal. Levezin, 4.4k damage. Like, less than the supports. That's why I had, like, Steiner in mind. I mean, I like the fact that Naze did really well into Karma, because I think Karma is ridiculously OP, but yeah, I'd probably give it to Steiner personally, because I did not notice the stat. But I think that's fair to give it to Uzent. Uzent or Steiner would be me. But that gold graph, man. An oof graph right there. Spoon is giving a velvet. That's something, all right. Okay, did I miss the draft? Where's the draft start for this? And while they do that, let me look. This is Pain versus Los. Let's start with Pain Academy, because actually, Jota Amez, I think, is the only name I recognize on this Los Grandes roster that they just showed. Oh, interesting. Wait, was that the roster? Wait, what the hell? Did they do dropped off screen? Oh, they did drop. Okay. So I'm really confused. This is my first day watching this new 2014 Academy. Well, I actually want to see who the players were, because I don't even know who's on the rosters right now. There's a list on Leaguepedia, but there's like additional people in certain positions. Like Payne has both Cats and Nalari listed as mid, and Giggs and Luna as support. So not sure who's starting. Los Grandes has Nero and Rendell in the jungle, Siniki and Tavares listed mid. So there's multiples. I need to kind of see their names. But we can just look at draft first and see how that goes. Oh, is this the Payne special now? Milio Caitlyn? Titan Curry have been spamming this too. Like pretty much every time I was open, they picked this. So I guess it's a Payne special. Maybe they, yeah, figured something out in draft. This is super interesting that Payne. Okay, no. That's right. Okay. So Rumble Bandits meta, Rel, Vi, all meta bans. Thank you, Los Grandes, for banning the Karma. Callista Ash gets banned. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think Callista might have won, but I still don't think it's like that OP. So Milio first pick, the answer with Lucian Azir. Yeah, okay. So this is why I really like Milio first pick right now. If you first pick it, the other team pretty much has to, if they didn't ban the Azir, and on blue side, if you pick Milio, you have to ban the Azir, or you have to pick ban the Lucian, or pick the Lucian, because if not, Milio Lucian is a thing. I do think this is a bit of bait pick, people think, but it's pretty strong, especially in lane. So you do this, and then Pain just counters you with this, because now Lucian has a super long range that Caitlyn has. If you dash forward, Caitlyn just nets away. So good play from Pain, taking advantage of blue side draft. That's why blue side's kind of OP for drafts still. It's less so on 14.2, but still pretty strong. Okay, and then you want the... Okay, then this is kind of criminal to me. You pick the Azir, and you banned Yone Oriana, and you left Corki open instead. Like, I would rather see the Corki ban than an Ori ban here. Because Azir against Corki, it's tough. You just get outranged, there's nothing you can do. In CBLOL, we saw Tukui win the matchup as Azir, but that's just a skill gap at that point. So I don't like this Oriana ban here. I think you should just ban the Azir, the Corki instead if you pick the Azir here. I don't think there's anything criminal. I like this flex pick from Pain though. They picked the Sejuani, and because their top laner is Yups, and Yups is kind of cracked, Yups has played, so they assumed it was top. Oh, did they assume it's top? No, they didn't. They just weren't sure, so they just banned out. They banned out mids instead. That's fine. Okay, and then Corki gets picked as counter. Makes sense. You see what comes out. You pick Aatrox. Okay. Yeah, I think both teams dropped it pretty decently. The only thing I kind of didn't like was the Oriana ban here from Los Grandes, but yeah. I'm not looking at this draft thinking like, oh, Los Grandes like screwed the draft up. I do think they lost the draft, but could they have changed anything? Yeah, it's literally just this Corki one, because you couldn't do anything about the bot lane when melee was open. This happens. Pain's the only org I know that's running this melee Caitlyn right now, so they probably didn't didn't expect it's their first game. Understandable. But now they got counter in 2 lanes because you picked your Azir blind and didn't ban the Corki. So yeah, Pain is all winning lanes and pretty decent mid, pretty decent late. Actually, yeah, Pain just has a better comp. Yeah, Pain won draft comprehensively. Good job, Pain. I'm not saying this is Pain fan. Unbiased, by the way. Okay. So put in the names of the players because I didn't know who was playing today. Hey, Tatu's their jungler for Pain. What the hell? Nice. Tatu was on which team was he on last split? It was one of the teams, I think, with like a black roster. Like with a black what's it, the roster with Blackie on it. INTC. Yes, INTC. Okay. That roster, I actually thought all the players were very talented on that roster for INTC Academy last split. With Eridan, Tatu, Blackie, like, and they just did not pop off. That was like super weird for me. The team just could not come together. I don't want to call them team, but they felt like one the way they kind of fell apart. Yups and Cats were former Pain, really good solo laners. Marvin is a name I recognize, but I can't remember. I don't think Marvin played last split. I think they played 2 splits ago. No, Marvin's new. Okay. And then Gigs was Kaboom. Wait, that's Kaboom? Red Kaboom. Kaboom Academy. Kaboom Academy. Yeah. And Gigs is good. Gigs played in CBLOL a bit. So, yeah, no. And on the other side, let's see Los Grandes. Okay, so those names they showed earlier were indeed the players. Okay. What the hell? I don't recognize a single name on the Los Grandes side. That's interesting. That, yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, so JMC is Jota Miz. So the graphic was right. Okay, so we have seen Jota Miz play before. Last split. I wasn't super impressed with them. I'm trying to remember. Were they the Nar player? I think. Because it was like Hidan, and then Hidan got called up, and then Jota Miz played. Replacing Hidan, I think. No, he was the Jax Nar player. Okay, so he got Jax again. He got his champion. Good for him. And I think everybody else is new as far as I know. Actually, let me just pop open Leaguepedia and just quickly check if I should know any of these. New. Okay, every other player is new. Nice. I actually kind of like seeing new names in Academy. I mean, the whole point of Academy is to develop new players, right? So, yeah. But yeah, let's see how this one plays out. I don't hold out much hope for Los Grandes draft-wise. I think it's going to be very, very hard to execute. Maybe Randall can gank and make something happen, because after all, you're J4. You're supposed to be like one of the strongest gankers in the game. But yeah, I think Payne just played the draft really, really, really well. But who do you gank as Randall is the problem. Maybe bot side. You can punish Milio in the Milio Caitlyn matchup. Like, the Caitlyn's going to be hard to punish, but Milio killable. Aatrox, you can gank Aatrox early, but once he picks up Sundered Sky, if he goes Sundered Sky, then like that just becomes really hard to play against. Actually, I'd argue like Aatrox 2 items is almost ungankable at that point. Like, you need to bring 3. Okay, both teams know where the junglers are. The awards caught them out. So, Pain should know that Randall's topside. And Los saw Tattoo entering bot side. That kind of favors Pain. Pain's the one who's playing passively for the jungler. I don't say playing passively, but like, you can gank a Sujani. You don't need to, though. That's the nice part. And also, like, because Tattoo started topside, you're not really looking for a gank bot. Um, but I like the idea because the way Lucian Nami needs to play into Caitlyn Milio is they need to be aggressive in trade. And because Tattoo is pathing downwards, if Los Grandes play aggressively, then you can gank. If they don't, then it's fine. You're just playing cover, right? Like, the longer this lane goes in isolation, the better it is for Milio Caitlyn, anyways. Yeah, Randall's the one who has like trying to gank, but good ward spots him out means that you want to get a successful gank. You have to like level 2 gank, I think, as the J4, and even right from the get go, I think they had wards down already. The Jax Aatrox matchup is not terrible for Jax from the very start, but it gets progressively worse, I think, as the game goes on. Like level 1, level 2, Jax is really strong actually. But Yups as a player is also really strong. So I think Yups was probably the brightest spot for me for Pain Gaming last split, Pain Academy. Like Kakashi was good early on, but towards the end, towards playoffs, like Yups was just popping off. So if Yups maintains that form, like it's kind of tough. Okay, Void Grubs drive by. Oh no, they're actually committing fully to this. I like this. Okay, I like this a lot. We've been seeing a lot of people just kind of do drive-bys on Void Grubs, like just take one when you can. It's a good idea to deny it, but sometimes I see teams with an advantage not press it fully and take it. Oh, Tatu's going deep. Okay, Spoots. Have a good night, man. Will do. Always a pog time with CBLOL, Academy or main. Thanks for dropping by, man. Have a good night and have a good day. Have a good day tomorrow. Have fun in classes. Okay, yeah, but I like going back to the void grub point. Sometimes teams with the advantage don't press for the void grubs; they just take one and move on. I don't like that. Like fully commit to it if you have the advantage. In this case, like I love that Los Grandes knew that hey, our mids has prio still at this point, had prio still at this point, and their jungler wasn't nearby, so we just take all three. It's free. Is this diveable? Yeah, it's diveable actually because Statu 6. Oh yeah, okay. They even rotated cats up. Really good aggro juggling. Very clean from Pain. Like, yeah, you flash the out, but you were screwed no matter what because once you use flash, you can't get out. And then Tatu like holding there to make sure that Yups can just freely dive and put out the damage without worrying about turret. One thing that's interesting is in CBLOL the split so far, the academies came the academy or rookies came in swinging right from the get go. Experience didn't really show as much in CBLOL. Whereas in Academy so far, at least in these first two games, it's a very small sample size, I know, but at least these four teams, like the more experienced players are showing their stuff, right? Like we had Steiner Nays really popping off last game. This game, Cats, Yups, and Tatu are really taking control of this game, and these are all the more experienced players. Like Giggs has been doing well. Giggs and Marvin are dominating this bot side as well. Giggs is also experienced. Marvin, a bit more of a rookie, I guess. Yeah, normally if you're running something like a Caitlyn lane, you tend to think that, oh, Caitlyn will have a pretty big power trough mid game. But you've got a Lucian, it's not much better. It is better, but like, yeah. The range is still an issue. And between Caitlyn and Corki, like the poke is going to be pretty nasty. Los Grandes have to like hard engage. Randall's ahead in CS though, so that's good for them because Randall has to be the one to engage. If he's not tanky enough to survive, then Los Grandes have no hope. Okay. Like, Los Grandes need to do something soon, man. Randall's got a lead, but we got to see that used somehow. Magical footwear. I mean, well, it's matched by Tasu. Yeah, I'm getting worried for Los Grandes here. Okay. Good from Tasu. Okay, here we go. Oh! No. Oh my goodness. Okay. That was brutal. Okay. Let's take a look at that again, because this is probably the right call from Los Grandes, right? Like I said, they needed to transition the lead. They all in on Marvin really, really, really hard, and I appreciate that. But this is why I said, like, if you want to punish the spot side, I think it's you go for the Milio. You going for the Caitlyn is difficult because you saw how much they kind of have to expend. So it's Cataclysm, Flash, Blown here, and you're kind of in a bad position because you're stuck in the turret. Like, Randall tanks all of it so that empty is fine, but the problem now is that they're really deep in. And I love this response from Pain. Double TP. This is not just one TP, they're actually TPing two of them. And that means that they can't run away. So, yeah, for Los Grandes, if you went for gigs, get out, you're fine. But because you went for Marvin, you're so deep that everybody's really, really low. Or only Konseki isn't, but you're a Nami, you're a support. What are you going to do on your own, right? Randall's low, Empty's low. And now, because of the perma prio that Youps had, and Cat's, on the Corki now winning, yeah, like, this just gets wiped. In a way, this is even worse, actually. If you had just lost two people to, like, Marvin, it would be better than feeding it over to Cats and Youps. Because the big carry for Pain isn't going to be Caitlyn. Not in the mid game. Like, her strength was, like, early pressure turrets, get lane dominance, that's fine. Whereas, like, the big carries are going to be this Aatrox and this Corki. Yeah. That dive part is the iffy part. Like, I understand why they did it. But, yeah, it's just really tough to go for the Caitlyn in this lane. If she's at all safe. Life happens. I think I appreciated what I saw more from okay. Whoa, no Tatu! Okay, this was a betrayal from Tatu. Like, okay, so this is good. Jota Mez is behind, like, and Sejani's an issue. But right here, if Tatu stuck around instead of walking away, they win this. I understand that they're waiting for cooldowns. And Tatu was like, oh, we're not going to win this. We don't have cooldowns. But look how close it gets. Like, if Tatu had just been there, they'll kill Randall. Unfortunate. Oh. Okay, Tatu kills Randall anyways. Much cleaner dive mid this time. They don't actually turret dive it, which is nice. Yeah, I'm glad to see that they're able to do that. Empty with the culling into the back. That's good. That's solid. Yeah, I think that's how you need to actually kind of punish. Is if you can get the kill, great, but don't like overextend to do it. It's just not worth it for Los Grandes. Because Los Grandes doesn't really win the scaling fight, so. In terms of regular like damage scalings, the teams are pretty even, but it's just more that Pain has advantages in terms of how they're able to utilize the scalings. So good call from Tatu. They go for Dragon instead. I mean, they still lose in the 50-50, but there was at least a chance of a 50-50. Okay. Yeah, once the first turret falls against a Caitlyn comp, usually things get kind of tough for... You tend to lose all three turrets in rapid succession against Caitlyn compositions just because she just rotates out and takes them. So Pain just got their big power spike with their comp that they wanted to get. They got all the turrets. They didn't get all the plates, but they got quite a few. And from here on out, Marvin is less of a team fighter and more of like a turret taking tool. Ooh, good interrupt. Like actually good interrupt. Yeah, they were trying to get empty out to probably like, cover top as well, but that got interrupted. Yeah, how fast can Pain close this out? With the Caitlyn comp, you need to keep putting your foot on gas too. You need to keep sieging. Baron's coming up. Topside turret's kind of low. Yeah, I think I'm a Pain. You just 4-1 here and sack bot. You go 4 mid, 1 top. Sack bot. If anybody goes for that, you just take topside and fall back on Baron, or you just force a fight if you have like 4v3 or 5v3 mid. Yeah, with package for cats as well. Ah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of package being used that way. Okay. Oh, Jota Mez lives. That's pretty nutty. Okay, I was gonna tilt if all of them lived after that. Okay. It ultimately didn't matter. I mean, the package use I thought was a bit premature. Because yeah, but it works. It's fine. Yeah, the fact that Jota Mez lives there is slightly tilting. But it's fine. You answer back. And for Los Grandes, that's actually not the wrong call by any means. While all that was happening, Tavares actually ends up taking 2 turrets bot side because everybody from Pain is top and stuck top. So for Los Grandes, it's a good call. If they weren't, they're actually not that far behind in gold. I was gonna say if they weren't that far behind in gold, they might even be able to actually survive top. But no, I think compositionally it's just really rough. Oh, it's lethality Aatrox for Yups. Okay. That's fun. It's very viable, of course. It's more fun, I think, to watch because of how quickly you kill people. But I feel like Thunder Sky Aatrox is personally stronger. The reason I'm hesitating, I'm just looking at what Los Grandes have. They don't really have true tanks. Randall is going to be tanky, so I guess lethality makes more sense this game. That's fair. Okay, Dragon taken here at Soul Point for Pain. They still need to push in though. They still need to siege. On one hand, I want Cats and Marvin to be together on these sieges, but on the other hand, they don't want to because they want farm. Okay. Yep. Get wrecked. Sorry, what? Why did they decide to do this? Like, what's the call here? Your Randall just got chunked, so Randall can't go in. So what is the? Yeah, you can see like Randall has to disengage. Okay, you drop the culling, you get Tatu low. That's fine. That's fair. But you started with Tatu at basically full health. Did Tatu even take turret damage? Okay. Okay, so that is most. That's like half turret damage, half empty, and now empty is empty. You have no calling available. This just feels so oddly forced. Because the other thing too is that you have to kill Tatu of all people. Like that's so hard. That's the tankiest member of the enemy team. And that forces those kind of to overextend. Okay, this to me is another one of those games like last game where like why is Liberty Academy going so hard? Like same thing with Los Grandes. Why are we going so hard, Los Grandes? I understand that scaling is not exactly in your favor, but you just accelerated the game in Pain's favor, and Pain's already ahead. Yeah, I think this game's over. Pain. Okay, so I guess I can start thinking about the players a little bit and my thoughts on them. Let's start with my thoughts on Pain, because from here on out, like I don't think there's any there's not much I think Los Grandes can do to get back into this game at this point, barring a throw from Pain, two throws from Pain. Yeah, I think even if Los Grandes get an ace here, I think they're still behind. Compositionally, it's just so hard to play, anyways. Pain looks good, honestly. A lot of experience on this team. Kind of a brilliant draft, to be honest. The first three were absolutely epic, and then I think the second two, kind of a small mistake from Loss. I already mentioned not banning the Corki. But also, they don't look like a new team that's coming together. They look very coordinated. And like, sure, if you want to say that Yups and Cats played together, Tatu has academy experience, Geeks has academy experience, heck, CBLOL experience. Sure, that's all true. But Marvin, I think, fit in really, really, really well right from this get-go. Oh, jeez, that's their tank! Second track got interrupted too. Damn. Damn, that's brutal. Wait, those Grandes can't do this. You can't do Dragon. You shouldn't even be looking at this. You have no culling, you have no... Oh my goodness. Ooh, the lethality is a 2-hit street. Yeah. See, this... Okay, I want to replay this fight because this is exactly why I say it's like unplayable for Los Grandes, basically. Like, compositionally, it's so hard. Because in a siege situation like this, what are you going to do? If you have no culling, you have no poke back. So you're forced to just kind of try and find an engage. So everything's on Randall to try and kick things off, or maybe Konseki can find a tidal wave, but I'm going to be honest, that's like... It's a very slow moving ultimate. And when the fight starts to, like, Los Grandes have to, like, full commit into this. But what do? So you've got Randall, who can maybe dive. You've got Jota Amez, who can maybe dive. Tavares, who can look for the Shurima shuffle. But here's my problem. If Jota Amez is not that tanky, Randall is debatably... Well, no, actually, Jota Amez is more health. What items does Jota Amez even have? I don't know. But we saw how quickly Randall gets chunked. Tavares is not going to survive an engage. So they need to coordinate Jota Amez and Randall at the same time. If that doesn't happen, this fight's never going to be won. So Jota Amez jumps in early, going for Yups. And this is the problem now. They're not in position. Like, if Empty dashes over this wall, you're going to have to flash back out almost immediately. Konseki just has no way to get into a fight at this point. You've got Tidal Wave and that's it. So we'll see the Tidal Wave probably, and that's Nami done. And then these two have to somehow coordinate perfectly. Jota and you're this though. Because Yups went lethality, watch what happens to... Yeah, Jota Amez just absolutely gets popped. Randall tries to go in, hops in too far, and then you're dead before anything can happen. Tidal Wave also didn't connect. So it's just so doomed. Like, Los Grandes need to play everything perfectly. And Pain, they have so many options. That's why I'm not covering what they can do, because they can do whatever they want. They have so much agency. It's disgusting. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I'll give my impression. I think Yups and Cat's really good. We knew that from last split already. They're showing it. Tatu, individually, really mechanical player. I love how coordinated he's looking with this Pain roster already. Marvin, new player, again, still looking very coordinated. I don't want to call him role player, but that's what his role was this game. It was just to, be that turret buster. Los Grandes, on the other hand, I am not happy with what we saw from Randall. Looked kind of passive. Again, it's one game. I don't want to judge on that. Everybody else got like losing lanes, so I can't judge the plays. I mean, none of them like stepped up and carried the game. To be fair to Los Grandes, but also like when you've got losing lanes, it's hard when you lost out early. The game's actually going longer than I thought it would. I thought it'd be over by now. We're at 30 minutes, 31, almost 32 minutes. Payne's been a little bit more cautious and methodical than I'd expect, but it should end now on this fight, on this turret. Because next turret, you're only down to one low health one. Yeah, there you go. It's that easy. It's that clean. Yep, that's game. Okay. Ooh, who do we give MVP to? Do we give it to Giggs again with the highest KP, or man, I want to get to like the top side. Yups, Tatu, and Cats. Cats got counter pick though, but his Corki was pretty clean. I want to kind of give it to Tatu or Yups. Yups. Yeah, they gave it to Tatu. Okay. Yeah, I agree with this. I think that's fair. Where's my post game screen? I see the post game. It should be very, very one-sided post game. There we go. Yeah, very, very one-sided. As expected. I mean, right from the draft, I was already saying it's gonna be really, really tough. Which kind of sucks for Los Grandes. Yeah, it feels like this one decided in draft from the get-go, which I'm not a fan of. It's the opposite of CBLOL. CBLOL has been like draft kind of matter a while, so. Oh, I was very far off with that click. There we go. We're back. Oh, what is this Kaboom roster? Yo, this is kind of cracked. Yo, Kaboom, this is not an Academy roster. This is a CBLOL roster. Actually, genuinely. Like, Scary played CBLOL and we loved it. Bitao was on Furia, and I think he kind of got robbed. Okay, to be fair, Destroy's not bad, and I see why they did it, but also, like, justice for Bitao, man. Skuro and Krastiel have both played CBLOL. Krastiel, my man. Like, that guy does not... That guy should be in CBLOL, man. I think he was really good in support, actually. I almost prefer him support to mid. And then Dioj to me was is CBLOL already. Like, I was actually surprised that Fu got picked up over Dioj, but at the same time, I think that probably is more to do with Dioj probably being contracted to Kaboom and Kaboom not wanting to give him up. Because heck, if I had Dioj on my Academy roster, I wouldn't give him up either. I think he performed even better than I thought the last bit. So okay, so Vital was former Furia. Who did Skuro play for last split, actually? Was he also Kaboom? Was he a Kaboom main? No, he was Kaboom. He was a Kaboom Academy too. Okay. Actually, I don't know why I put former Kaboom main. These are returning players. This is Kaboom main. And then Crosstail was playing mid for well, mid for Kaboom, wasn't it? Am I hesitating? Yeah, he was just Kaboom, and then yeah. But he was playing mid for them instead of that. Now he's on support. Okay, and then up against Red. Okay, I think the only one I recognize is Doom. And Doom. Yeah, Doom is just a jungler for Red. Everybody else is different. Okay, that's interesting. I know Mortius went over to VKS because Coach Seal has been like huge on him. Soweto changed. Soweto played in for Tropa for Flamingo or GE. I forget which one, but he's on one of the promoted teams. Aethusa got promoted to like CBLOL proper, so that's kind of huge. So that's Zinz. Oops. Did not mean to highlight everything. If we check CBLOL or Leaguepedia, see if that's true. Oh. Stones has formerly played for Red Academy. Okay. Don't remember Stones at all. Yeah, I don't actually remember Stones at all. So that's interesting. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I didn't miss it. They just jumped. Okay. Okay, so it's not a pain special anymore. Kaboom has done the same thing. I like it. We touched on this before. The fact that you pick Milio, the other team has to pick Lucian. Rumble, Nocturne, Varus, Karma. Okay, yeah. We're seeing a lot of red side bans. It's just Kalista, Ashe, Karma. They're really strong. Both teams looking for solo lanes for the next picks. Ooh, Gwen ban against Patao. That's interesting because okay, in CBLOL, Patao was like relegated to being a role player, right? He just had to play tanks, play utility. And I actually feel really bad for Patao that he had to do that. Patao could carry. We saw it on his Rumble. So I guess now that he's in academy, people are paying more attention to that, and they're actually banning out the carries, which is interesting to me. Okay, I think he just generally really strong. I'm curious what Red's answer to this is going to be. They lock Urgot. What? Let's go, Patao. Urgot pick. That's spicy. That's spicy. I mean, into Aatrox makes sense. You can bully him out early pretty hard. But later on, I think it gets hard for the Urgot, actually. I think Aatrox wins later. Oh, and Victor as the Corki answer. How do I feel about that? I think that's a bold choice. I don't hate it. Victor can pretty much one-shot Corki if he can reach Corki is the issue. Yeah, draft-wise, I mean, Corki, Caitlyn, Milio, we just saw it for Pain Gaming Academy. I think that's a really solid bot core, and I think you need like hard engage. If you had like a Sejuani on your team, I'd be fine with that. But look at this red comp, right? There's no engage. Hardest engage is like Xin Xiao just brute force. And I'm gonna be honest, into a Maokai, that is a recipe for disaster. Because if Xin Xiao goes in, Maokai just says no and uses. So I I like the individual picks that Red drafted in their isolated matchups. Like I think Aatrox, if you can survive the laning, you'll be fine. Victor has the chance to one-shot Corki in isolation between flash, between your speed up from your Q. I can see that happening. Okay, bot side, not so great, but we've already discussed Lucian, Nami into Caitlyn Milio. You kind of didn't have a choice. It is what it is. It's not the worst matchup, but your Lucian doesn't get the utility you'd like to see. So individually it's fine, but when you put them together against the Maokai, I just think it's not a great draw. So I think Kaboom have a huge edge in this game. It is contingent though that they win out their side lanes early because you picked the Urgot to win early. You picked Caitlyn Milio to win early. Holy. Yeah, since might not be familiar with the Urgot matchup. That's perfectly understandable, but also that's really gonna hurt. Bought a refillable pot to get back to lane. Dang. You hate to see it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, kind of quite early game. Normally, I'd say like Shincha has to make things happen early, but yeah, I mean, he kind of still does. But so if Doom doesn't make things happen, then we're just gonna sit back. I think. I say that as scary just brute forces a gank through lane. That's so disgusting, bro. Wait, hold on. I actually did not expect them to just brute force it like this because Cirillo and Stones just weren't even that low. Like now the pilt over Peacemaker hits. So maybe that was the call. Like, hey, if we chunk this, we go. But I love the confidence from this bot lane already. Like to me, this is experience speaking, right? Like we mentioned before, this Kaboom roster, this Kaboom Academy roster is actually a CBLOL roster. Like literally, I could have seen this team in CBLOL last split. And so like I guess this is the confidence that they have, right? They're like, okay, we know we can do this. Cirillo's completely out of mana. Stones this is kind of low. I personally think this is very risky, but they have the confidence to do so. Wait, how low were they? Yeah, Stones just burned heal early, which is okay. Because they're already so low anyways. Yeah. Like you can see how low Scary and Skuro actually get. And even then, like, oh man, there's no ignite. Yeah, so Stones is almost survived. That's pretty disgusting. Really well played from Gloob. Yeah, they're the stronger team. They know it. They execute well. This is not a play though that I think is like a safe, replicable play. I think this is a very high risk play. Even that's a skill shot. That's put over Peacemaker. If Stonesis had dodged it, oh, and Stonesis looks like they had flash, so yeah, things have gone very, very badly. But that's good. Like I do think that teams need to play with confidence, right? Especially in academy. My personal view, and I've had this discussion with I think Kelsey Moser or Cubby on Interstellar Radio for North America's NACL podcast. Like I've said this before. I think academy is a place where you need to train up the players. Like they need to have those mechanics to go up against, and they need to have the confidence to go up to tier 1. Like you limit test in academy. Oh jeez. Okay, it's kind of looking doomed for Doom. The Xinjiao is a hit in farming, great, but you've fallen behind in terms of pressure, and you pick the Xinjiao for that early game pressure. It has completely not materialized. Where Scary is just make over and over again, repeat ganking bot. Look at the CS differential already. It's like what, 20, 22? Now it's 20 CS differential. But the Lucian's just getting stomped. Topside though, Batao's not winning the lane, which is not great considering you picked the Urgot. But hey, see how that one goes. That's good on Zins. Maybe there's an angle for Red topside, maybe. Like I don't think this is the same as last game. Like Los Grandes had no winning lanes at all. Even early Azir into Corki doesn't really win that lane. Like Jack's at like a couple of levels, maybe. But this game, like, hey, your Aatrox is ahead in a match you shouldn't be ahead of, and your Victor still has a chance. What the hell are you doing, Doomed? Wow, okay, Doomed actually got that, but man, I think this is actually so bad. Yeah, I think Doom just screwed his bot lane. I just want to check what the lane states were. So Doomed is walking in Y. Are they setting up a dive here? Can they dive this? Maybe. There's heal. Okay, yeah. Actually, this was an okay call from Doom. This is okay. So Doom didn't screw his lane. They're ahead. Cirillo and Stones is well. Cirillo hit specific. I don't know if that's actually down. If it's down, this is very risky from Red, and they're just coin flipping. But yeah, unfortunately, Scary was in the area. Yeah, so it's still so it is down. This is not a replay, right? So from Red, this call was so sus. I think at best you answer 1 for 1 or 2 for 2. Yeah. Red not losing anybody there was like the best case scenario for them. Calling powder. Yeah. I'm more interested now in what's happening up top side between Red and Kaboom Academy, because this bot side I think is kind of over. Like now that they're 6, this dive gets kind of harder. Like it's still doable, but it's a lot harder. And I think you trade back even. I don't think that's a winning play for Red to try and go down bot. And if Scary just happens to be there, like you can't be making those plays without knowing where Scary is. Holy stones! That Storm Razor's hitting like a truck. Mid lane's kind of over-ish. Like with Hex Drinker, it's just really hard to punish Dioj for that. Like Pico can get early prio. You can get objectives for it, and that's what they need to do. They got first drag, which is good. They're going to take a second drag. That's good too. But yeah, you can see it's just the bot lane makes this really hard to keep going for that. So it has to be top side for me, for Red. Zinz is doing a great job. Absolutely beautiful job. Oh. Oh! Almost Pico. Great job. Almost. And his dragon gets leashed for the 3rd time. Man, yeah. I don't know how I feel about this. Why did they rotate Zinz down here? That's an interesting rotation. Doom does. Okay, the double TP. But you can see what I'm talking about, the Maokai, right? Like, Maokai is just stopping all the engages. Oh, Cirillo. Oh my goodness, holy crap. They're so wiped. How'd they live? That's illegal. Wow, Red just... On the one hand, I am shocked that they lived, and I'm kind of like, wow, that's really good from them. On the other hand, I am just like, in the first place, what is... Yeah. Red just overchased. Like, up to this point, it's understandable what they were doing. Like, Doom dying, okay, they were looking for the engage. But the moment that Maokai out came out, like, they knew they were screwed. And right here, you lost Peko. So what, Cirillo and Zinz have to carry this fight? Zinz has lethality, great. But Cirillo's already so low that this is like... Man, like, if you can get Dioj, sure. But if you can't... But the moment Dioj flashed out, this was over. Stones and Zinz should not be continuing this. Oh, and that trap was beautiful. That was gorgeous from Skura. Oh, okay. We come back to Red grabbing Herald. That's kind of surprising after they just lost bot side. But yeah, Red's doing a good job with objectives this game. Actually, really good job getting objectives. They're getting objectives I don't think they should be allowed to get. So props to them. Their laning actually has not been that bad either. It's just this bot lane where Cirillo and Stones just kind of got dogpiled repeatedly. But other than that, yeah, it's fine. Since caught in transition. That's interesting, considering the near reviews there. I think Zin's just a little bit, yeah. Oh, dude. That's funny. They should still get the turret, right? Oh, they don't get the turret! No. That's so unfortunate. I mean, using the Herald as a getaway car was pretty funny, but the fact that they didn't get the turret with that is really bad for Red. Herald use has been so difficult to split. I think a lot of it, they're just not experienced using it. Though I would argue that junglers probably don't have that excuse because junglers are probably the ones to hold the Herald most of the time. So where do I think we are in the game right now? I don't know how I feel about this right now. Oh, the Zints TP? This could be good? That's not bad? Okay. Yeah, so that right there as well is like hesitating. It's like, where do I feel the state of the game is right now? Because I feel like Kaboom won the draft. I feel like Kaboom have the better players, but Red has been doing such a good job of better objective control, and I guess in a way, better map movements because they've been getting that. Like Kaboom's been doing really good early ganks, but Red's doing the better strategic macro moves. So I was kind of like, yeah, they're behind, but a lot of that's like individual laning, and I feel like we're past that phase of the game. So I was kind of like hesitating. Do I say Kaboom is still full control of the game? They should be, but they kind of aren't, and Red is punching back a little bit. So Kaboom's still in a really strong state. I still do think they're gonna win, but yeah, this is what I mean about like Red seem to be a bit more in control of the map. They're collapsing faster, they're moving faster. Kaboom's getting a little bit sloppy in how they're setting up some of these plays. The way their comp functions should still favor them, but it's not a guaranteed thing anymore. Like Zinz especially is somebody I'm keeping my eyes on in these fights. If Zinz and Pickle can get in range, they can win these fights in choke points. Yeah, Kaboom needs to clean this up. Okay. Oh no, Batal shot the wrong way. Okay. I think I Kaboom, which is kind of sad because let me move that off screen so I can type while watching the game. Because yeah, Red has actually caught up. Kaboom had such a good early game. They were pressuring, they were doing everything right, and then they just kind of didn't. Ooh, nice. Sorry, when I'm typing, I tend not to talk. So if I'm quiet, it's because I'm like, kind of typing. But I didn't want to cover the screen, so I'll show like what notes I'm taking right now after the game when we're waiting for like the post game. But basically, it's what I was saying that like Kaboom has had some really good early games, but their mid game so far has been kind of sloppy, and Rid's actually been surprising me with their map control and macro. Zinz, this is the third time in a row Zinz is getting caught. Like I think he survived the last two, but not this one. That's a bit much. But see, again, this is what I'm talking about. Rid are rotating faster. Their first fight. So like they're collapsing with numbers advantage, and then Kaboom is just better players, so they're outhandsing them in these fights, and that's why things are so kind of like dead even right now. When it really shouldn't be. Patel just split pushing. I'm a little bit disappointed though. I was so hyped when Patel finally got his hands on a carry. Like you gave him Urgot, something that can win, and then he just wasn't able to quite win on that. Yeah. Okay. Man, I want to go back to the laning phase when Skuro, Scary, and Crosstail were just like dominating the bot side. Yeah, for Kaboom, maybe part of it's also the lack of engagement in their comp. Like they're really good at punishing Rid when Rid's playing into them, but trying to engage things on their terms has actually been a little bit complicated. So I think that's why we're seeing Kaboom kind of struggle to actually close this game out right now. Yeah, and that's get a bit risky for them. They still have the advantage of their comp. They still outrange. There we go. Yeah, I guess you just force it like that. But the moment that's down, then they have to be careful, right? Because the Maokai is their big answer, their big anti-engage tool into Red. And because Xinjiao's engage is not ultimate based, like Wind becomes lightning is a basic skill. It's easier for them to kind of push in and yeah. Okay. Oh, I forgot to notice what Baron. It's hunting Baron. Okay. Both these top laners, man. First it's Zin's overextending. Now it's Patao. Well, Patao wasn't even overextending, I guess. That's a great collapse from Red. Another good macro play from them. But this is really. Okay. Crescent guard down. This is only two people. It's just Scary and Dioj. Yeah, the rest of the team's final here. Okay, well played from them. Oh, that TP from Zinz is kind of sus. Yeah, this game is. Yeah, this game is just. Whoever pulls the trigger first is the one that's struggling in a lot of these fights. So it's like strategic use of your abilities, basically. Okay, so this fight starts off too at Baron, and hunting Baron's probably actually the worst Baron for Red because they want Kaboom in a choke point. Whereas the Maokai ultimate's wide enough, Nature's Grasp, that it can actually cover the entire sort of Baron approach. So, unfortunately, Red don't get to do Baron unless they can either kill Scary or they can actually turn on the fight. And you do this, you're just forced out immediately. And that's what happens them out. And then just two people, Scary and Dioj, because they don't have a good way to turn. Doom has to land a Wind becomes lightning onto DH. That's their engage option. Engage for them. Yeah, Dioj plays as well. He's still got package too. So, like, even if you engage on him, the package is huge. And then Scary and Dioj just keep poking back and forth till Crasio and Skuro get here, till the backup gets here. There's no TP on the Aatrox here, so yeah, Kaboom just need to play this patient, and they do so. Red just don't have options to play this phase of the game well. It's really painful. Oh, he did? Okay, this bug is killing me, man. This spec bug. So Zinz actually did have TP. But even then, it's still really hard, right? By the time Zinz gets there's no good ward for the flank. That was the best one you could hope for. And you saw it happen. He was too isolated. With Baron, Kaboom can actually close out the game. The biggest reason why Kaboom couldn't do it before this was they just didn't have the engage to do it. Nature's Grasp is too slow as an engage option. So you kind of have to push Red into a position where they can't get out. Okay. Good attempt. That's the Hail Mary from Red. Yeah. Despite the lack of engage options, I do think the draft was good for... Don't think there was anything particularly wrong with Red's draft. They just chose certain riskier options for better lane matchups, I guess. Um, yeah, I loved Kaboom's early game though. Like these guys' experience definitely showed, like with the confidence they were going with. Skuro Crossdale, they were just putting down pressure. Like they were playing higher. Oh yeah, some of these replays, right? Like this dive right here, I thought was kind of risky. You pull this in CBLOL, and I give you 50, like 40, 60 odds of succeeding in that in CBLOL. But they went for it in Academy, and the experience showed that was super clean. And mechanically, all of these highlight reel fights, it's just Kaboom like outhandsing, because a lot of times you'll see like Rid is actually collapsing first in most of these sort of scenarios. Like even in that one 3v3, like Kaboom wins the 3v3 because better hands. But then, oh well, they traded even. But Red's the first one to rotate over and over and over again. We're seeing this. Okay, Red Academy. My thoughts on them. They actually had pretty good macro. Zinz, I was actually quite impressed with Zinz play. Zinz won the lane against Patao, against an Urgot no less, and had impact in game. But Zinz was probably the biggest overextender this series on that Aatrox. So hit or miss. Still, overall, I like my first impression of what I'm seeing with Zinz. Pretty impressed with him. That's good. Uh, man, Doom's a returning player. I wasn't super happy about it. Yeah, you can see this big divot there. That's way too big. Yeah, I think that's where Red were firing back in the mid game. Kaboom got a little bit sloppy. Yeah, okay. Peko still did the bulk of the damage. Actually impressive when you consider that Victor is not a poke champion. Corki is, and Peko still almost caught up in terms of damage. This Milio Caitlyn combo that we're starting to see, I think we're going to see a lot more of that. So far, I've only seen it from Pain, but I think that's like first Milio and forcing the great combo. If there's an MVP this game there is an MVP for Kaboom. Who would I give it to? Ooh. Wait, I forgot to check what the KP was that game. Like Dioj did a lot. Dioj did a lot of damage, but my gut instinct is either Scary or Crossdale. I think that game, like it's not as visible. Actually, okay, Scary's was very visible. The Maokai ultimates were huge. But yeah, I think it's a disengage that was coming through from the Maokai Milio. So I think I don't remember what Crossdale's KDA was. I think it was high. I get to Scary, but it might be Crossdale for saving people more often. I'm not 100%. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to KDA. Okay, they get Skuro. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I guess Skuro had the higher kill threat and pressure. That's yeah. That's okay. Yeah. I always feel like in Caitlyn lanes, a lot of it depends on your support. But I guess with Milio too, like you extend the range and then it's on the Caitlyn, so that's okay. And you continue my thoughts with this red roster before we move on. Yeah, I don't have an opinion of Cirillo and Stones just yet in the bot side because the Lucian Nami matchup was unfortunate, and they just got perma-ganked by Scary and Dioj. So yeah, I will not form an opinion on that. Pico's damage numbers surprised me. Like I said, I'm impressed with a Victor who can pop out that much damage against the Corki. Like you're almost catching up with the range champion, poke champion. So hey, Fango's back. Let's go. Who is on their roster? Oh yeah, right. This is the good Blackie. Okay, this is another like CBLOL ready roster, I think. Except for Nin. I don't know Nin. Is Nin new? Leaguepedia this guy. First of all, hold on. Let me get this team down. Then who's the support? Oh, Bounty. Okay, Black is part of the INTZ Academy roster, which I said like I liked their individual skill, but somehow that roster just never came together, which was kind of weird. Goot, of course, man, Goot got robbed. Goot 100% got robbed. Goot on Korea. Okay, Destroy is really, really good. I love Destroy, and not Destroy, pardon me, Mir, Arthur. And coming from NACL, of course, I got to support my boy from North America coming in from there. But Goot was good. I don't think Goot deserved to get kicked. I actually wonder if Goot opted. Did Goot not take an academy, or did they not get an academy offer? Because I think Goot's good for, like, really good for academy. Oh yeah, I was looking up Nin, right? Oh, Nin played on academy, Red Academy before. Okay, interesting. W7M. What is W7M? I've never heard of that. Okay, I am not familiar. Okay, yeah, completely unfamiliar with that, but that's on me. That's me not following that much of academy before. Steps and Bounty. Steps was an academy last split. Was Bounty an academy last split? I remember Bounty from when he played CBLOL. So. Oh wait. Oh, W7M is one of the qualifier teams. Oh, got it. My bad. Okay. Yeah, but he was VKS academy. Oh, just straight VKS Bounty. Huh. Okay. Steps was in VKS academy. Interesting. Yeah, so a lot of like former players who have like CBLOL experience, because Steps used to be Furia CBLOL as well. So yeah, another like strong on paper roster, a lot of experience. And who's on? Curdy, Hugato, Annie San. Oh, okay. I don't know Bulicha and Curly. Yeah, these two I don't know. Are they new? Actually, just let me write down all their names down first. Yeah, and then Hugato played. Was he in CBLOL Academy last? Yeah, he was. Returning player. Wait, what the hell? Oh, they dropped it already. Dang, Navin. That's annoying. Annie's a returning player as well, and Buleka. I'm gonna have to OPGG this guy. Oh no. Sam played in Loud Academy. I put the new under the wrong person. Okay, so Loud retained most of their roster. So I'm expecting them to have like some synergy existing. Okay, is this okay? Oh, interesting. So we're seeing the Milio, but it's not first pick this time. They went first pick. The bands were Nocturne, Vi, Azir. Okay. Cassante, Ash, Karma. That means Callista's up for these teams. Okay. I like the Rel first pick. I don't know how I feel about this necessarily. Is Lucian that high prio right now? I didn't think that we needed to prio Lucian. Or if we're gonna do this, then pick like Milio Lucian, I feel like. Rather than Ori. I understand the Ori pickup when Azir's banned. It makes sense to me. Like that's blind pick if you want to hold things. But if you're picking Lucian, like you pick Lucian Milio right away. You didn't have a Caitlyn ban, so there was a chance that Flamengo could pull out the Caitlyn Milio, which they didn't. Yeah, that's fine. You pick the Aphelios Milio after you see the Lucian. That's fine. That's like that. Second phase of bans. Jungle bans came through. Poppy J4. Okay. Nico Corki. This is good. I like Loud's banning their draft phase a bit more, like what they banned. Then we saw Shinjao being picked up, yet to blind a top lane. You went with Aatrox, Akali into Oriana. Okay. And then Yone as an answer. Kind of physical damage heavy. Okay, I think this is the first draft today where I don't think like one team won out in draft particularly hard. I think Flamengo, there's a lot of like, it's kind of a split thing because they kind of opted to just not go for like front to back with the Aphelios when they saw the Aatrox pickup, which is right. Like, or sorry, not the Yone. Well, no, Yone was last pick. Okay, they just opted for this to try and punish that. More agency on the side of Flamengo a little bit. Though the Aphelios Milio, I'm a little bit concerned for them against the Yone. I think Loud had a good R5 response for Curdy with this Yone pickup. But their team fighting is now it's a bit burst heavy for Loud. Like if they don't land the upfront spells, I think they'll end up losing the extended fight against Flamengo. It comes down to a lot of like just bursting down steps from the get-go, and Akali can still continue pumping out damage through fights, so yeah, but it's good answers. I favor Flamengo's comp a little bit because I think it has more a bigger margin for error, but it's a very small thing. Like I like Loud's responses to this. So draft wise, pretty equal. In terms of players, do I favor? I like the Flamengo players a little bit more. Like, but that's like a preference thing. I think in terms of skill, I'm expecting this to be one of the closer games. I think, player wise, and because the draft didn't like swing one way or the other heavily, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm good with this. Yeah, I think the way Loud needs to play this though is they need to get their bot lane snowballing. You have the Lucian Nami down here. Ooh, that's rough for Sent. I was a big fan of Bounty back when Bounty was playing in CBLOL, but wasn't with Steps though, so that should be interesting to see how this bot lane goes. Sant and Steps were both like okay bot laners for me in CBLOL. And then Annie has CBLOL experience over Blackie, so but Blackie's hands are really good. Like I said, that INTZ Academy roster was one that I liked individual players with their mechanical skills. Okay, Fugado steals that one away. Oof. Okay, Annie's doing a good job, as we kind of expected. Good shading as well, because you know where Groot is. Oh no! That's an execute! Oh, Annie didn't get kill credit. That is... Annie got robbed. That's good positioning from Annie, because you knew Groot was bot side. Still got caught, but at least you burnt the flash to make it happen. Ooh, and not so great for Curry, unfortunately. Oh. Nice. Worth it. Assist and first blood. I was actually wondering if Good would stick around and try and like insta-kill Curdy when he got back to lane because of the TPs being channeled immediately. That would have been fun. Yeah, it's unfortunate for Curdy because actually the word... Oh. So this looks bad for Curdy because normally just ward this bush, right? And then that's why top lane's harder to gank. But Curdy actually warded very aggressively, and that's why Curdy didn't have to ward for that. So I don't blame that on Curdy. Curdy played for the team, but also needed to respect that. Oh, what the hell? Okay, not sure what happened. Red, white, I guess. It just happens. No, Bounty. Okay, good. Bounty didn't die. Okay. Yeah, it's a close game so far. Kind of what I expected. I'm really glad to see it because a lot of these matches, it felt like, has been determined by a lot of the lane matchups. Whereas this one's been kind of back and forth. Steps and Bounty have been impressing me so far with their laning because it's not like they're receiving like a ton of jungle pressure. Like, yeah, they got the early gank off, but hey, Sant and Buleka knew what was coming. Buleka? I don't know how to pronounce that. Kurdi's winning topside, which is nice for him, that is. And that's what's keeping the game, I think, kind of balanced and even for the most part. Would like to see Hugado try and get a bit more involved, though. These Xinjiao, passive Xinjiao's earlies make me sad, so. Okay. Yeah, Goose been a lot more active on the rel. I like it. Ooh, double pink ward. Ooh, that's 75 gold gone. So actually, okay, pink wards are 75 gold, but I would argue that they're 100 gold because if you misplace them and the other team gets them easily, that's 75 gold plus and then minus 75 gold, so total of 100 gold differential. Dropping 2 there is a little bit rough, and it's going to get cleared, right? Did Hugado not see it? No, they saw it. Okay, they're just going to let Bulecha pick it up. Oh, all that gold's gone. That's 300 gold. Yeah, Sant with first move. Oh, very nice. Well played from Loud. Yeah, there's the aggression I wanted to see a little bit more of, that proactivity from Hugado. It does come at a huge cost, though. Like, you got that kill, you're going to lose a lot of plates down bot. Potentially even the turret. The answer of Void Grubs, though. Oh, nice. They got 5. Can they kill? Should be able to, right? Red, white? Yeah. Nice heal. Okay, do I think that's worth for Flamengo? Eh. I mean, Flamengo made the call that they want to do this, so I think, if anything, it's a really good response from Loud Academy, what they did, taking the Gromps and rotating Annie down quickly as well. So, yeah, they lose Sant and Bulecha, but they don't lose more plates, and it's not like Steps and Bounty get the entire like wave advantage either. That missed! Really unfortunate for Manny. I respect the call, though, like, because it's an AoE ability, even in Fog, even with the Shroud, you can still find the Akali, so you take the shot. I mean, you try your best. If it works, you're a genius. If it fails, then well, at least you didn't die. So I'm okay with the call from Manny to try that. You don't really lose too much as long as you don't die in the process of doing that. First item should be coming through soon for Blackie, though. Oh. Okay. Yes. Aggression. I like it. Ooh. Yo, Steps is low-key cracked this game. Holy. Like, Steps and Bounty won this bot lane, and in these fights too. Like, it's coming down a lot to like Steps just clutching out the damage to stop Loud from engaging into them. I'm a little bit worried for Loud now, though. Because if that's happening now, this early on, like before Philos is like really a monster and that 200-year-old like destructive force, then Loud, a lot of their game plan has to come down to Curdy being able to find that Fate Seal onto the back line. Because I don't have confidence that Hugado can. No knock on him as a player. It's just like, as a Xinjiao, it's hard to get there with the Rel and Aatrox in your face. And even if you do, like, Bounty has ways to kind of somewhat disengage you and buy space for Steps. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried for Loud's late game. Still really balanced game at 15 minutes. Only one turret went down, bot side. Okay. Live the Runic King's completed. Curdy's online, full build. Okay, so I think Loud needs to be the one to make a move soon. I'm just trying to think where they want to make it. There's no Dragon Pipe for you to go for. I don't think you can turret dive anyone at this point. Okay, they just brute force mid. Yeah. Oh. Wait, sorry. I want to see how did Loud get this advantage? Because like here we're seeing like 3v4, 3v3. You can hold this. Loud will struggle to push into this. It's very risky for them. Like I guess you put a calling in steps back because there's no tank here, and you could try and take the turret. But okay. So it's actually bad reset timings for Flamengo here that kind of screwed them. Like Steps and Bounty tried to back, they weren't in sync, and Hugado actually canceled Steps back. So now Steps is very, very vulnerable here. They try and TP and collapse, but yeah, they're just a little bit slow in the play. Just bad base timings. Flamengo just sacked that turret at that point. Yeah, well played from Loud Academy. They lose nothing. It's like there's no map state because Curdy stayed up top and push. That's fine. There was nobody bot side, and you already lost a turret, so there's nothing bot side. There's no dragon. There's no herald to play for. It's free for Loud. Really nice to see. Good call. Good macro. Yeah, and that opens up the mid as well now for Loud to be able to rotate towards the dragons and get set up for that or into herald pit or 3 minutes. Jeez. And by the way, Loud also still have herald, so damn. Okay, steps. Steps for MVP. If Flamengo wins this game, it's on steps. Okay. There. Oh man, Curdy is hitting hard. Okay, so we established the win cons with these teams. For Flamengo, you can kind of look to scale and play like with agency, but really you're just trying to keep Steps alive or let Steps pump out the initial damage so that Nin and Blackie can clean up. And for Loud, it's just kill Steps. So I was a bit worried if Curdy would be able to dive the backline because it has to be Curdy. Nobody else has backline access the way he does. And we saw Curdy just went in and popped Steps. So good. If he can continue doing that, then Loud can win. And that means the game right now is still very, very competitive. Ooh, who got caught? Wait, why did they just walk in there with this? Okay, so Flamengo's pushing up with Vision. Hugado just got caught with his pants down. Unfortunate. Yeah, Hugado a little bit disrespectful on that, but I mean, you didn't expect them to just walk into your jungle. And they're still answering on the other side with Annie taking the turret. It's only second Drake. It's not the end of the world. It's fine. Loud have an advantage. I like this. They need to keep up this pressure though. Baron's finally up. Oh yeah. Love this gold graph. It's like that. It's, evenly matched these teams are right now from that. I love to see it. Flamengo is scaling though. 2 items starting to come in for both these teams. That means Blackie is really, really scary now with this Akali. We haven't seen Blackie get too much off so far. And Steps is 2 items as well. So right now for Flamengo, yeah, if they can kind of get Blackie into the back line, use Steps as bait maybe. I think that's their angle back in. Loud, yeah, it's all about Curdy for me for this draft for Loud. Santa has fallen too far behind to be that impactful. If anything, I think they could use the calling as like a initiate. Oh, damn. Yeah, you burn it early to soften them up, but Sand getting caught there is an issue. Flamengo are just trying to crack this outer mid turret best they can. Once it goes down, it gets so much easier for them. Ooh, nice try from Hugata. Yeah, this turret right here is single-handedly stifling Flamengo. Oh, man, Sant again. Yeah, if Flamengo can just break that mid outer, then they get so much easier access to these objectives. Right now, it's like they have to brute force it, and it's like I'm worried for a Curry flank for Flamengo because yeah, the amount of vision, the amount of wards, Loud can fight angles. I'd like to see like one ward from Loud like somewhere here or somewhere here. They have a good TP ward here and here if they want to look for the flank, but closer to mid lane would be nice for me. They can try and punish Flamengo for stepping up so far. Like I want to have the fact that there's no turret here, so Flamengo is actually overextending by being out this far. But because there's no nearby in the back, like here or here, and now we're just going to see the setup for Dragon, where Flamengo have a much better setup already. Oh, okay. This is a call. I don't know if you can do this. Like, Curdy, Blade of the Ruined King shreds it fast, but Sant doesn't do enough damage. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, they're going to lose 2 turrets for this. Ah, that's a costly mistake. I'm kind of sad. Like, they were doing so well up to this point, Loud. But that Baron call was, yeah. That kind of... So the gold, it looks like Flamengo's fine, but this actually cost Loud so much map pressure because they lost all the turrets out here. Like, some that they had initially, which was making it hard for Flamengo to make plays, is gone. And now Flamengo, who has been the aggressors, can like kind of step up and set up like good flank vision. And for Loud, it's like harder to get their flank position off. Because Curdy can't go in alone, right? Curdy needs the team to pressure from the front while he looks for the flank angle on the side. Oh, Curdy, nice. Yeah, okay. So that's what I'm talking about. If Curdy goes in solo, Curdy actually can't kill unfortunately, because there's just too much CC and pressure coming through. If Curdy's looking for the flank, the rest of the team needs to be pushing in on a different side to make it more vulnerable to that flank. Okay, that's the second mistake Loud have made in a row. I think they just lost control of the game. Yeah. Because Flamengo has better skillings with Akali and Aphelios, even though they're more vulnerable. Or Aphelios is more vulnerable. So Loud had a really strong like mid game they could play through. Even though the Lucian didn't work out early, Yone and Orianna were in a fine position. But now that's not the case. And again, it's a very costly mistake. The first mid cost them like the entire mid. Oh, bye-bye Blackie. Just got soloed. Yep, Frozen Heart doesn't do anything against. The first mistake cost them everything mid, but now cost them Dragon Soul and potentially Baron. Oh, good play from then. Yeah. So just 2 mistakes cost Loud everything. Mid pressure that led into Dragon Soul, that led into Baron. Yeah. And Baron's going to lead into a huge gold lead, which is going to be an item gold lead, which is going to be just... Man, that sucks for Loud. When you're in such good control of the game for so long. When you did such a... When you clawed yourself back from like a rough bot side laning phase. Okay, I can probably start taking notes on the players at this point. I think the game... High on Curdy. I think... Oh, rest in pieces. Holy crap, Goot. Okay, they had vision there. And Goot, yeah, they just disrespected Goot. Oh my goodness, Goot. That is so sick. Okay, my MVP is probably still Steps, but holy crap, Goot. This is why I said Goot shouldn't be here. He shouldn't be in T3. He should be in CBLOL. He's actually really good. Yeah, they just turned it. Oh my! In 5 minutes, Flamengo went from a losing position to a winning position. Like I need to see that goal graph because that's kind of disgusting. Okay. So my notes. Yeah, I think Loud Academy generally had like a good early. They have lots of experienced players, but Sant and Bilica just lost the lane so hard that they couldn't do anything. Which is unfortunate. This is not really an academy team. Oh, sorry, not academy. It is an academy team. It's not really a T3 team. Yeah, I used to be high on Bounty. I still think Bounty's really, really good. Steps had a great Aphelios game. To me, this game was just like, yeah, this is Steps' MVP game. The only person I'd accept losing MVP to would be Good. Anybody else, and they're being robbed. Look, holy! This was so nice and even, and then boom, out of nowhere, they just shot up. That's not okay. Yeah, Steps did the most damage. Nin ended up losing that, but then Yone is supposed to be one of the counters to Aatrox, so I don't blame him. And still had pretty good impact throughout the fight, throughout the game, even when behind, so that's fine. MVP, steps. Hey. The llama, alpaca? I don't know the difference between. Oh, he's actually really buff, dude. That arm. Actually, really buff. Okay. 2 more games to go. And we've got. Who do we got? Can I pre-fill these? Okay, show me the rosters. INTZ. Okay. There we go. INTZ. Okay, I recognize none of these players' names. Like I heard about Namiru being like some sort of prodigy. Because at first I think they were announcing that he would split time with Aithusa on the main roster, and I was like, who on earth? I don't know Lelis. Dizen sounds familiar. Do I know Dizen? Oh, Dizen used to play for Red Academy back in 2022. Yeah, okay. I think I've heard the name. I don't think I've never seen any footage, so don't know. Tara used to play for INTZ Academy 2021. Damn. So that's like 2 years since they've played. And Sti is from Rise Gaming female. Okay, from the Goddess Ignis Cup, I guess. Okay, and then I guess Lelis is new. Okay, and then they're up against Fluxu. Did I already miss the Fluxu roster? Sorry, let me rewind a little bit and see if I missed Fluxus. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Juliera is here. Nice. He got robbed a little bit in CBLOL. I mean, he had a rough time of it. So I can't really say like it's not fair that he got kicked down, but yeah. And speaking of kicked down, Kick is there too. Holy crap! Why did I misspell that the exact same way twice? I swear I can type. Okay. Forlin. Forlin does not sound familiar to me. Is Forlin new? I think Forlin. No, Forlin was in Fluxo Academy. Really? I remember him. Last split. Did he play? Or was he sub? I'm trying to remember this guy. Okay, and then Ankrith is a returning player. Um, who is Zoska? Do I know Zoska? I do not know Zoska. So new. And then Fluxo Academy, yeah, returning player. Okay, well, the last time Zerlero was here in CBLOL, he stomped on everybody. So I'm curious if like he actually got worse during his CBLOL time, or whether it's just that the CBLOL level was high and he did not. Ah, they redrafted. Okay, and they're already in order, so I don't know the draft order. Okay. Oh no, they didn't. They didn't. Did they? No, they didn't. Yep. Just draft order. Alawi ban against Lelis. Okay, that has to be a pocket ban. That is super interesting. Kickbike ban. Okay, yeah, he used it quite a bit last split. Callista's open again. Rumble is open again, and he got picked. So we see the Senna pick. Oh, it's gonna be the Senna Orn bot lane. We saw that in CBLOL this weekend. That's a interesting one. I actually really like it into Lucian and Callista because like your early game kind of gets nullified. Ankrith on his Lee Sin. Some proactivity here. Wait, what the? Okay. Rumble Jungle? For Dizen? Interesting. Compositionally, it feels like Fluxu just have like a tanky front line and then a lot of just like Lee Sin, LeBlanc to make things happen. So kind of skirmish pick style comp and trying to nullify INTZ. You've got the Lucian Milia, which I think is kind of bait, to be honest. I've said that before. I will say it again. I don't think Lucian is that strong in general. Rumble with no setup. Rumble Camille. So Rumble in the jungle, I guess. Camille top. Or is it Camille jungle? I don't even know which. Both could do it. I think I prefer Rumble jungle. It's faster clear. And then Azir mid. Okay. So you're setting up for a Hextech ultimatum into Rumble. I don't like it. I think you do better with reliable CC like Nautilus depth charge or like a Mumu because of the set Mummy to set up a Rumble or like Soliflare Leona. I don't think there's enough setup for this Rumble. I am excited to see Rumble jungle though. I think it's good. I think it's strong. I think it's fast. Yeah, I don't think either of these comps are particularly cohesive, but I think Fluxu's I like more. There's more agency. There's more margin for error. I'm not sure what this INTZ draft is going to do. They have no front line. Like Azir wants a front line. They don't have one. Camille is not going to survive as a front line. Not into Aatrox LeBlanc. The split damage is going to shred her immediately. So what? You just got to win lane early, but then I guess you get scaling into Aatrox. But Aatrox will scale in with Ornn. Yeah, I think Fluxu just won the draft actually. The more I look at this, the less I like what INTZ have drafted. The order of it's kind of weird too, because you see Senna and you went Lucian. That's already super sus because you know that they can just pick like Tom Kench, Ornn, some sort of tank in the bot side, a Cho'Gath heck, and you can nullify this. So this Lucian to me into this just feels really bad. And then you pick, okay, then you blinded Azir, that's fine. Lee Sin, LeBlanc comes through. And already with this, I feel like you want a tank. The moment you saw Senna, Lee Sin, LeBlanc, you should be picking a tank on the side of INTZ. They didn't. They went with the Milio instead. Understandable. But then now, like, Poppy got banned, Xin Zhao got banned. You can pick a Sejuani here still. Like, you didn't need more damage from Rumble. And even worse to me is that this is not reliable damage. Like, it's not point and click. It's not CC. So mobile champions like Lee Sin and LeBlanc can just distort, can just dash to in and out of your abilities as Rumble. So I really don't like where you opted to pick this Rumble, Camille. I guess you wanted to Rumble and then you decided to flex it when you saw the Aatrox. I don't know. I think you could have just picked that on top and then pick a Sejuani instead. Would have been much better. in my opinion. Yeah, they tried to play cute with Camille Rumble. I think they played too cute, and I think that's going to backfire. Nameplates on as well. Okay, I'm not familiar with Forlin and Zoska, so I don't know how good the solo lanes for Fluxo will be. But yeah, like I said, the last time Julier was here, he stomped all over everybody. So Tara and Stee, I don't know how confident I feel about them being able to go up against that. And then Namiru, maybe you go for Namiru like 1v9 Azir play potentially. Maybe. Okay, let's get into the game. My call is Ankrith Zoska pop off. Lee Sin LeBlanc combo is really OP for a reason. Into Namiru. Again, my first look at Namiru. I don't know anything about this guy, but I was really shocked when because when INTZ announced their roster, they explicitly said that Namiru might start over Ithuza, and that shocked me because I thought Ithuza was pretty good. So Namiru doesn't even have any academy experience. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. And like I said, with the Rumble too, that 2v2 heavily favors Lee Sin and LeBlanc. They can choose when they want to engage and when they want to disengage. The only way I kind of see it working is maybe you can 100 to 0 them with while they're still stun locked by a Shurima Shuffle, but that's a pretty big if. Oh, Lelith's already roaming down. Oh, Tara and Steve didn't get the notes. Bot side, red side, always got to watch out for that early gank. Actually, today, the other teams, red teams, have been really respectful, actually, so far of that early game gank. That's fine. They're able to bounce back. They're able to heal. They're able to continue poking. And just to be clear, the orange center lane is not supposed to win in terms of CS. It's more that they can lose gracefully. They don't care if they lose CS. They'll be fine. So because of that, that's why, like I say, orange center to me is a counter to the Lucian lane. Just because they survive like the worst phases of the game pretty much unscathed. They'll be fine. And they'll outscale heavily as the game goes on. I kind of want to see what's going up top camera. Like, please. Oh, wow. Really early grub take. I like it. We've not really seen many teams like go up immediately on grub spawn. So I'm glad to see it. Yeah, Ledless has been really active. Actually, kind of did an early shove, and then started roaming right from the get-go. So I wanted to see like what was happening up there, especially when jungles weren't particularly involved. I like this. Actually, okay. I was complaining this week on Gringos Liberados, a bit of a spoiler. It should come out, I think, tomorrow. That I think the CBLOL teams have been very sloppy with their macro objectives. This split so far. Like, we're not seeing early dragon takes. We've been seeing dragons kind of left unattended really, really late. We've seen void grubs kind of slide away. So far, this first week of CBLOL Academy, all the games I've seen so far, I like that teams have been going for these. They've not slacked off on dragons. If anything, the dragon focus has been better than the grub focus, which is fine. Oh, there's the level 6. I don't like this. Okay, I think INTC screwed up a little bit. Dizen needed 6. If Dizen had 6, that was an easy kill. And that's why I kind of don't... Yeah. Because there was no equalizer, they didn't get the kill. That, to me, is just mistiming it. And now they won't have that synced. Even if they do have the Hex Ultimatum, though, there's enough space for you to dodge around equalizer, as long as you can survive the 1v1. Oh man, Kick doing having a wonderful time to CSing right now. Really good. Barely missed any. I will say I've not seen as much Anchor Zoska as I expected already. I was expecting to see like early Lee Sin ganks into the mid lane. Didn't quite happen, so that's kind of good for INTC. Namiru's still farming up a storm. Oh, that landed. That's rough. Okay. Both junglers successful. Okay. This is viable. I like this from INTC. Because if your Camille gets far ahead enough, then you can look to try and split push to a win. The problem, though, I feel like, is you've got a tight window because of the ornaments that can come through from kick. Camille won't win out as heavily as she should in that sort of dueling 1v1 later on in the game. So, yeah, like maybe like 20 to 30 minutes, like Camille has the advantage. Something like that. Actually, probably a bit before that. Probably like closer to 16 to 24, 25. Grubs get split. Good answer for Nankrith. Mid has been oddly quiet. Not what I expected with a LeBlanc. I know in the past, like Azir used to actually be something that some players like Faker would pick into a LeBlanc. Because theoretically, if you play Azir right, there's really not a lot of counters. The biggest counter is actually just outranging him, things like Xerath, like Corki. LeBlanc is more of a skill matchup. Though it is slightly more LeBlanc favored, in my opinion. Because, yeah, you've got more mobility. But Namir's holding this really, really well. Okay, INTZ is strong right now, theoretically, right? You've got Rumble. Rumble completed first item, the entries. So they should be actively looking to try and fight these objectives. As for Fluxu, like they want smaller skirmishes. I need to see Zoska move out of lane. Because I think Zoska is one of their earlier game PowerPoints with Ankrith. Uh-oh. Okay. No, they didn't even burn Equalizer. This is just walked up. That's huge for NTT. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so far my read of the comps have been wrong. And INTT's been doing a wonderful job in this early game so far. Back to farming again. Herald spawns 8 seconds. Disney's been doing a really good job actually covering a lot of these objectives so far. Like, in terms of being on spawn. So I wouldn't be surprised if INTC kind of look for this Herald right now. First items completed. Oh, Sundered Sky for Ankrith. Okay. Interesting. INTC didn't fight this. I wonder why. Like, Dizen was there. Dizen has Equalizer. It baffles me a little bit that we're not seeing INTZ go for this Herald. Like, I don't think Fuxu should be allowed to take this, but okay. What can they find in exchange? Can Amir take this turret? Oh, yeah, he does. Okay. So I guess they're funneling gold into Namiru a little bit, which is fine. I think if there was a player I'd pick to 1v9, it would be Namiru, based on reputation. Oh my goodness. That was pretty clutch. Zoska is not having a good game right now. Oh, the root doesn't land. Doesn't matter. They didn't need it. Okay, there we go. That's the skirmishing I was talking about. But still, it's not the Zoska and Krith connection. Oh, where's Ankrith going? Nice. Good drift. I don't know why I'm so excited for good heralds, man. I've just seen so many bad herald usages. That like a good one's like an exciting thing to see. Yeah, Zoska, that was so close. That was rough. So Zoska can't match up against either solo laner from INTZ right now. That's really bad. Game's still really even at this point, though, between these two teams. More even than I thought it'd be. Oh, Letless. That's unfortunate. Actually, that's more than unfortunate. That's kind of bad. Because if Forlin starts being able to handle the 1v1 comfortably, then this Camille is really going to struggle. Because who are you going to kill? Like the Senna? That's about all Camille can go for. And this is fasting Senna anyways. Oh, Zoska's got on the ward. Okay, that's the second time we've seen this. I really like this from Fluxu. The fact that the moment they see Dizen, they are just jumping on that rumble immediately. So Dizen either has to burn Equalizer defensively, or you just have to walk off. And either way, you're not in that fight. You're not able to use it for the big objective. So that's a good response from Fluxu. That's zero hesitation to engage. Yeah, they get the dragon from that. Because you oh, pause. You pick Rumble because Rumble is really strong early, and the Equalizer is like one of the strongest team fighting tools in the early game. So when you're not able to like leverage that Equalizer, that Rumble is not being used effectively. It's like picking Xin Zhao and not ganking prior to level 6, you know? And in this case, it's not like Dizen's doing anything wrong. Fuxu's just playing really well to punish him. Ooh, our first all-seeing today. Yeah, those walls are nasty. This dragon, Baron, pardon me, is especially dangerous when the enemy team has a Rumble. So now Fluxu can't actually look for Baron comfortably. They almost have to force Dizen out before they even get a shot at this Baron. Like if Dizen's anywhere nearby, that Equalizer sits the entire width of the walls here. Like right here, that's Rumble ultimate. Right here, Rumble ultimate. So that wall is like king of AoEs. I mean, alternatively, it's the Ornhorn as well. Like the Call of the Forge God from Ornn eats up the entire thing as well. But I would argue Equalizer is way more dangerous. Angrith is doing well this game. His Lee Sin, I like it, how aggressively he's playing with it. The question is if he'll fall off later. And if Julier will start to come online with Forlin. For now, though, INTZ, Lelis and Namir had a good start. Lelis is starting to fall off a little bit, which is kind of dangerous when you've got a Camille. I guess that's why we don't see too much of her. I feel like she's a bit undertuned. Like, if you're going for split pushers, Jax probably does better right now. And also gives you better team fighting. Oh, Lelis. Yeah, this is the LeBlanc Lee Sin combo I was talking about. We're finally seeing it. A AP LeBlanc too. Nice. I hate AD LeBlanc. I know Tinon's won with it this week, but man, like that's a Tinon's diff, man. That's not an AD LeBlanc diff. Yeah, Tara and Stee unfortunately have not been having any impact this game. They got nullified in lane by the Ornn Senna, and then now, yeah, I'm just not seeing the Lucian. It's bait. I swear. Lucian and Kalista are bait. Situationally, they're strong, but I think you need to play to them or need to have proper setup for them. The Rumble pick, I don't think was the right jungle to pair with this bot lane. At least Lord Dom should be coming through soon. I think that third item often makes Lucian more relevant in the mid game, but till it comes through, it's just not enough. How are they doing it? Fluxu gets another dragon without contest? INTC, come on, man. Oh, no. We can't be doing this. We can't be doing it. Like, Rumble equalizers are like horrible in open ground. So like this is such a wide open area. What are you hoping to hit right here? There's just nothing. Like you need to be doing it around the Dragon Pit if you can catch them in it. You need to be doing it around Baron Pit. That and you're like, the Andrews Hexec, like it's gonna be a while before that outs up. I don't think Fluxu can take Baron necessarily, so it shouldn't be the end of the world, but it's just why INTZ? Why are we doing this? You picked Rumble. And then we're not using it. Yeah, I don't know. Feels bad, bro. Yeah, and in a way, I feel like Fluxu, a lot of times, like when we get to the stage for the game, it's like, oh, what big objective do we fight for? But because Lelis isn't in a great state, because Forlan's ahead, Fluxu can just look to split push with LeBlanc and Aatrox, and I don't think INTZ actually have good answers into them. Like Namiru can hold a lane, but if Anchor shows up, I think there's kill threat with either Forlan or Zoska. It's not like Namiru is building defensively, so like even if you don't kill Namiru, you just need to force him out of lane and then take the turret. We can kind of see too that like INTZ has lost control of the map. All their wards are defensive wards right now. Once they lose those defensive wards, that's the sign that INTZ is about to die. Because with LeBlanc, Lee Sin, anybody who wanders out alone is killable. We sit in draft, INTZ has no tank. So who's going to face check these bushes for them? Like, I think INTZ's only option now is either you find a pick on Fluxu, which is really hard. Oh, Stee. Yeah, you don't win team fights. Not like this. Okay. They found Forlan, but they're still really low. And look at this continued poke. Yep. Great from Stee there. That knockback was huge. Holy crap. Holy crap. Yes, we have a replay of that. Oh, Forlan in the back. Stee is just barely staying alive. Kind of huge. Oh, they didn't show the knockback, but hold on. I will manually replay that then, because that knockback deserves a replay. Can I inch this long? No, I can't. Okay, playback speed. Let's stop this. Right here. Watch Zoska. And the knockback. Right there. Just saves Stee's life from Zoska. That was super clutch. Also, burnt the heal. There's extra safety, but yeah, basically, I just don't see how INTZ are looking to play these fights anymore. Like on open ground, it's so rough. They have to play out their minds in order to just win these skirmishes right now. Because they have no tank, they have no proper initiate. Like, what's your initiate? Rumble ult? Lelis is not tanky enough to survive as your primary engager. So I think INTZ kind of need to pick Fluxu in choke points, like when they're at the Dragon or at the Baron. Whereas Fluxu can be super annoying while all this is happening. They just need to make sure they don't group up either. They technically have the mobility. Oh, great ult. But yeah, margin of error is too small for INTZ. It was a decent equalizer. Just, yeah, it didn't catch enough. And the mobility is coming through, right? The only really immobile champions are like Ornn and Senna. And they're not really the ones you're looking to kill, so. Yeah. I hate that this is another game somewhat decided by draft. Like, yeah, okay. Sorry, let me move out the other way so I can take notes. Yeah, this positioning, not part of the equalizer was in the wall. But yeah, the other problem is who you're equalizing, right? Like we mentioned, it's Kick and Juliera who are immobile, who don't have escapes. You're going for a Lee Sin and a LeBlanc, you drop the equalizer, they just distort or just hop away. Like, it's unfortunate because on one hand you can say like, oh, it doesn't went for the wrong targets, bad target selection, oh, bad play. But on the other hand, it's like, but they are the threats in this fight. It's not Kick, it's not Juliera. Like, I want to see the post game stats because I suspect Juliera and Kick's damage is really, really low. And maybe say, oh, we go for Forlan, but yeah, maybe you could go Forlan there, but I think you'd lose Tara and Stee and maybe Namiru while trying to do it. So it's just really, really rough. With games like this, I really don't know how much I can take away from the players. Like my only takeaway so far is that Ankrith Lee Sin, good. Like he's proactive. He does things. Nice. I like to see it. And that INTC's draft this game was bad. That's all I can take away. Because the like Lelis did good early, but then how much of that's because he didn't have a proper jungler who can help him compared to like what Ankrith can do for Forlin. Like Namiru, I guess I can say Namiru is mechanically good. Like he won the lane. He's up CS. But that's also because Zoska's roaming. And then bot lane Tara, like, sure, he's up a lot of CS, but you're up against Senna Ornn, so do with that what you will. Yeah. When you have damage overload compositions like this, you have no tanks. I'm not saying that they're not viable or that you always need it. But when you fall behind on these comps, it does make it very hard to come back in. Like, I'm a believer that when you're behind, you need damage so that you can try and come back into the game. But for your entire composition, if your entire comp is all damage and you fall behind, the reason why it gets really hard to come back in is because you can't face check things. You can't walk out. So basically, if that's the case, then just everybody buy Blue Trinket. Because if not, you're never going to reach a place without dying. Yeah, I think this might be GG for INTZ. Okay, yep. Namiru wasn't even there. Yeah, I'm not even going to say like INTC was out of position. Like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have left base, but you were moving with the wave. It's just Fluxu has engage with the Ornn, and you don't, and Lee Sin. So you die, you lose, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, Anchor's MVP this game for me, undoubtedly. Anything else, and I would question why heavily. Let's just move to the post game. There's not much to analyze from this game. Post game? Okay, there's a victory screen. I just want to see the post game because I want to check the damage for Julia and kick more than anything else. Ankrith, Brilla, Komsu, Lee Sin. Ankrith, Lee Sin dominates Fluxu for a win over INTZ, I think. I don't speak Portuguese. I'm so sad. I'm so bad with languages. Axe is learning Portuguese. And he's actually getting to the point where he can kind of read a lot of these sort of things. So props to Axe, man. Okay, there we go. This way. Okay. So Julier did actually more damage than I was expecting, 17.2k. He actually outdamaged Forlin. I'm a bit surprised by that. Yeah, INTC actually did more damage, I think, in total than Fluxu did. But it kind of doesn't matter because the damage is not coming down to the right people. And also, damage is deceptive. The reason why Fluxu didn't do more damage is because there is nobody to do damage to. There's no tanks. So these guys are really squishy. They die as soon as you pump out a certain amount of damage. That's it. INTC's early game, I think they did a good job with it for what they could. At least individually in the lanes. I just really didn't like how they set up this Rumble Jungle. I don't think Rumble Jungle is bad. I think it's viable, but this was not the comp for it. Like, this Rumble was not set up for success. It's situational. Like, I don't think you can just yeah, Ankrith. Okay, makes sense. As 100% expected. Anything else would have just been huge question marks for me. Okay. Okay, and we're down to the last one. Tropa versus Cade Stars. Let's see. Who do we have on Tropa? Ooh, whoops. Sorry, I just accidentally clicked something wrong. Okay. Okay, Soweto and Avenger on this team. Nice. Soweto from Red Academy and Avenger. Where was Avenger last split? He was here in Academy, right? Last split? Or did he take a split off? No, he took a split off. Okay. No. Wait, no, he was here in Liberty. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, what's that? It's Liberty / Liberty Academy. Okay. And then I don't think I recognize any of the other names. Oroboy, Improve, or Tominius. Oh, Oroboy was Pain Academy in the past, and then okay, the manga experience. Improved used to be Furia Academy as well. Okay. So this is another sort of like former Academy player team, I guess, and this, and then Tominius was a sub on INTZ. Okay, so played split, one lost split. Okay, so yeah, this is literally like a former Academy team coming together. Nice, nice. I like it. And up against K-Stars. Did K-Stars keep most of their roster? They got Mortius from Red, right? Okay, so they. I'm sad for Spoods that Spoods couldn't be here for the Lico waiting room. Ooh, what did I just do? The Lico and tell us, right? Ah, they dropped it off screen again. Actually, did Mortius and Lico ever play together? Now that I think about it. Both in Red Academy for. Okay. First thoughts on rosters. I don't know enough about Tropa, because I recognize Avenger and Soweto. Avenger should be good at this level. Ish. Actually, would he should be decent. He should be top half, at least. Kate Star should be good. I think Leleco and Mortius were both really good. Telos was pretty decent too, actually. Tyrion, to me personally, a bit more miss than hit, and I don't know anything about Date, so I guess we'll find out. But just on name value, I prefer Kate Stars. You know what? That's unfortunate for Tropa because they're T3. I guess that's the expectation. Varus. Oh, Ashban on Red side. Interesting. So Karma, yeah, Karma got through from Kate Stars. That's kind of illegal. Banning Shinzao over that? That's a choice. So Karma first pick makes sense. Ew, with the Lucian Milio again. I hate that. I hate it so much. Like, especially into potential Ezreal Karma. I really hate that you went Lucian Milio. I don't think that works. The poke just outdoes anything Milio can do and outranges you. And Rumble and Maokai? What was the answer to that? Real Jungle, Oriana, Scion. Oof. This is a big yikes for me, draft wise. I like the Kate Stars names more, but I think their draft in isolation's fine, right? Milio, Lucian. Whoops. What did I do? Okay. Oh, I made myself cry. That's fine. This draft is making me cry. Lucian Milio in isolation is good. I'm okay with that. I can live with that in isolation. Your Oriana with Scion and with Rel, actually that's a really good combo, right? Great ball delivery system. That's good. Okay, so every time it beeps. Interesting. Yeah, I think that's a great ball delivery system. This comp should be great for early game and team fighting. The problem is what they're playing into, right? Like you've got Rumble, who's absolutely going to wreck a lot of these champions who are less mobile. If Rel goes in, she has no more mobility to get out. The only one who can get away is maybe the Lucian. You've got Maokai to set up the perfect counter engage. Like Scion's unstoppable, sure, that's good, but like your Scion runs in, and then who else is following them? Because Maokai stops everyone. Then, yeah, Ezreal Karma outscale. Tristan to Ori is an interesting one. I actually am not familiar with that matchup. I don't know how that goes. But like double marksman, basically, it's strong. So you just go tank Maokai here, and Tropa have a better comp. Yeah, man, I hope this is another game that's decided in draft by Tropa, because I think Tropa's draft is way better. They just have to survive early. The only part that I'm a bit worried about is their laning, because I don't know the Ori Triss matchup. Rumble should win top, but bot lane, Karma and Israel are really, really strong, but I think the first couple of levels, Israel can still be bullied out. So that's my only concern. But yeah, it's still so easy for Karma Israel to survive. I think Tropa have this. I didn't like the Kate Star draft. Red side, you just can't let Karma through right now. And then to give Karma and Rumble over is a bit much for me. Okay, 5 point start. I'm not expecting any shenanigans. Actually, I say that, but I think anytime a Scion loads into game, there's a chance for shenanigans. We saw the attempt from Tay last week, week 2, against Los Grandes, and Super Club ended up like 2 levels ahead of him in lane. But yeah, Scion can do some interesting things with TP and just dying level 1. I kind of want to just actually watch mid. I don't know the Tristana Oriana matchup. So that's the one that I really want to kind of see. Because Triss is really strong early. Actually went Fleet Footwork. Not Hill Blades or Lethal Tempo. Interesting. Or Kong. Okay. Yeah. Triss is really strong early. Level 1 through 3. It's kind of nutty. Oriana needs a bit of time. And because of Rocket Jump, like the ball repositioning is not quite as effective at zoning. Yeah, I think it becomes a patience game. Like Lilico. Ooh, Lilico. That's Flash Burn from Avenger, though. Actually, both of them burn Flash, though. That's scary. I was just going to say, I think for the Oriana, like the way I'm theorizing this matchup is you need to wait till after Rocket Jump comes out and then use the ball to poke. If you use ball reposition first, command move, then you lose that trade. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Yeah, good. Okay, the TP from Avenger, not good. But the move from Soweto there to cover bot side and gank was really good. See, that's my concern. Like, if you're running Lucian Milo, especially red side, like, you are open to ganks. And I think a lot of bot laners keep forgetting that. And so, like, even though Lucian Milo should win out early, I feel like that window's going to close awfully quick. Yeah. The good news for Kate Stars was that the first blood went to Soweto and not to improve. And I want to see Soweto build tank this game. We see Bami Cinder pretty early on, so I think Soweto understands the assignment that you need to be the tank for the team and just body block and get everybody's way. Nice. Nice early grub take again. Love it. Take that pressure from the Rumble. Love to see it. Oh, Avenger. This mid lane's spicy. Holy crap. Even canceled the back by stepping up. Yeah, Kate Stars should control bot side early. Tropo should take top side early. Tropa, sorry, not Tropo. That's what we expect. Interesting. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah. I think Tominias might be messing up the bot side a little bit. Because if your Mantra Q, yeah, the Empower Q is auto-pushing for you. So because of that, Mortius and Tellus actually have full control over this bot lane right now. If they want it to push into them, they just sit back a little bit. If they want to push out, they just push out. I like the answer from Tropa, though. They are trying to full-on pressure this top side. Like, I don't think you can dive the Scion, but you can like pick up most of the... You can counter jungle pretty easily. a bad feeling this game's gonna be really boring till maybe like second drag we see a fight, but the laning phase is gonna be mid's gonna be exciting. Everything else is gonna be boring. Can I see what the casters are saying? Oh. Oh, what? Okay, Rocket Jump has got to be like the wonkiest dash tool in the game. I could have sworn that Magnet Storm hit. Okay, but Avenger gets out. That's pretty clutch. 2 ults burnt for 1 on the side of Kate Stars. Is there anything to fight over though? No drag. Ah, no drag timer again. Damn it. Yeah, just avoid grubs. Okay, so the outs blown don't really change much for Kate Stars, but still, that was wonky. I could have sworn that Magnet Storm hit, and if it did, there would have been kill. Ooh. Is that Thate or Thate? Like Surti, except Thay. Oh, Tropa get all 6. Ooh, I was trying to see if I can hear what the casters are saying, because when no action happens like that, a lot of times the casters will be talking about like narratives and information about the players, like, and that is something I am sorely lacking. I don't know these players, so I'd love it, you know, if people can tell me like anecdotes or information about the players. Like, it took me a couple of years watching CBLOL to really get an understanding of quite a few of their players, and there's more like articles and stuff written about them. If it's like written content, at least I can still use like Google Translate. But if it's like spoken content, a lot of times, Google Translate doesn't work, and I sadly do not speak Portuguese. I know it sucks. I'm bad. I'm sorry. Oh, Avenger is not winning this matchup at all. Interesting. Deity's eating so much poke. Are we 5v5? 5v5? No, they don't have Rumble. We can't fight this. Wait, Tropa, we can't fight this. Tropa, we can't fight this. What are we doing? They started that fight. Okay, I'm sure there's going to be a replay on that. But like, what the ever? For the love of Riot Games, what is this? Why are we doing this? This comp is built around your Rumble. Like, early game. We just sit at the Rumble jungle. You picked the Rumble for early game strength. Your Tristana has not been winning lane, okay? And I'm like, sure, it's good for it's not like AoE. And your Ezreal Karma is not online yet. So where the flip is... Yeah, your Rumble's way back here. Like, it's going to take another, like, what, 15, 20 seconds? Does he have boots? I don't know if he has boots. Another 15, 20 seconds to get to the fight. Yeah, so it's like, you have no AoE damage. What are we doing? I'm so sad. Boy, that's who, yeah. Sorry, I forgot the name of the top laner for Tropa for a second. Yeah, you didn't have the equalizer, and then you just fought that. See? Have Rumble, win fight. No equalizer, though, so they kind of need to back off on this one. Yeah, I think Tropa kind of threw a little bit at the dragon, and Kate Stars... Yeah, they got a freebie. It's not huge. Like, it kind of just equalized gold. But they got the dragons as well, so... Yeah, we take those. Yeah, this Triss pick is really struggling right now. That's it. I don't think it's a bad pick, the Trist. I understand what it was for. It's just that it's not laning very well. It takes forever to kill Tyrion, holy crap. Good positioning, though, from Taminius and Soweto to make sure that they can't, that Tyrion can't just ult away. The ult was down, but yeah. You want a body block because that's the only thing that will stop the unstoppable onslaught. But that's the problem. That's one of the annoying parts about Sion. Like, I don't think Sion's amazingly strong, but any tank pretty much, especially Sion because of his undead passive, they just eat up so much of your time. So the moment Kate Stars saw that Tyrion was being ganked, they were just like, oh, we just go Herald then. Like, Tyrion, you're dead, but waste as much time as you can. First break went to Tropa at least. Yeah. Kate Stars being very competitive. I didn't think that be this even at this point in the game. Like, early game, yes, but I thought like once we start team fighting, the game would break open. Okay, TT. Pass his driving license. Where's he going? Here we go. Here we go. Truck-kun. Let's go, TT. Okay, so in CBLOL, we used to go pay when you did the herald charge because you get plates, right? Because it's the like pay sound as well as like pay money. But now that there's no plates when herald spawn, what do we say? We can't say pay anymore, right? I feel like we need something new. Another pause. And no subs. Please, I want to know. I want to understand what they're saying. Maybe one day AI will be able to translate what they're saying fast enough to actually do live translations. Okay, we're back. Wait, sorry, I want to just... Okay, I didn't miss much. We literally just drop into the fight. Okay, equalizer is here this time. We have the setup. 2-shot missed. Oh. Good-ish equalizer. Considering that wasn't set up, it was as good as you can get. But yeah, that's not ideal. So I want to slow down this fight a little bit to see what the hell happened. You have Orobo and Soweto. That's the core of the combo. But Soweto got CC, didn't get the ult. This is actually a really good combo because you actually caught everybody here, and on top of like forcing them to disengage from the dragon. So, but there's just no follow up, unfortunately. Adventures here. Prove is like off screen somewhere, like out there. And because there's no follow up CC, they just all move off the ult, and then that's kind of it. Oh, that's a beautiful shockwave I missed the first time. That's huge from Lileko. This is why Spoods loves Lileko so much. Like, Lileko has some pretty hype moments. I know Coach Seal's been talking up Lileko quite a bit too. But I think that's one of the problems with CBLOL is that... Oh, Dillas? That shield clutch from Lileko again. Yeah, but that's one of the problems with CBLOL right now is that I think we do have quite a few mid laners who are good enough to go up. Like Dioj to me is huge. Lileko is pretty good. Naze, I think could make a case for being in CBLOL. But the CBLOL mid laner pool is so stacked already that it's like, who would you replace with these upcoming players is the problem. Like, I agree that they're CBLOL ready. They could probably get to CBLOL and not, you know, embarrass themselves. But like, I don't think they'd be... Like, they're definitely not going to be top of the table. And it's like, who do you replace, right? I mean, look at Aithusa and Fu as examples. Like, Fu did amazingly on the Akali. But Akali aside, Fu's been okay, right? Like I said, not embarrassing or anything, but also not like hard carry. Aithusa is the same. Pilot's probably had a couple better games, but Pilot, I would argue, has been in and out of CBLOL in the past, and it's not like a true academy player. Yeah, but like the other mid laners like Tuts, House, Envy, Tinons, Dinkido, Greftar, like, or Takui. You're not replacing any of them. Where the hell are we going, Soweto? Oh, nice. Orobo is there. I didn't see them. No, Tropa deserves this. Come on. Actually, this is really bad for Tropa. Okay, yeah, that's really bad for Tropa. Like, Tropa's not doing anything wrong, per se. They're just lacking a little bit of damage repeatedly, and that's screwing them. Like, if they get this kill on Lileko, I think they're okay to just, like, do it and then disengage. But Lileko actually doesn't die, and because now all the big outs were blown, like, they just get killed. Good call on Tropa to not stick around, though. They just can't get out fast enough, that's all. Because they're not the most mobile comp, unfortunately. Yeah. Really well played from K-Stars. Oh, they're at Soul Point, too. I forgot about that. And it's spawning. Tropa have to win this fight. This game. Okay, this might be the first game where, like, it's gone counter to draft. Nice. K-Stars are just playing better right now. Okay. Oh, that's I think the first bad ult I've seen from Oroboy. Yeah, I think Tropa is a little tilted right now. Hmm. 12-4. Can they come back from this? I think they can still come back from this, but this game's got to go really long. Okay. Baron? Are we not Baroning, Katesars? There's no equalizer. They just got used. Yeah, that equalizer hurts a little bit. Hurts a lot, actually, to see. Okay. I thought Katesars actually a little bit late on this Baron, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. So Widow's just not there, so. Holy crap, that might actually be the game-breaking fight. Katesars should be able to win off this Baron. Improve just hit the 2-item power spike, Mirror Mana just converted. But you're down an entire item right now from Mortius. Mortius is so far up. Yeah, they can dive them because Tyrion, like Scion being the tank that he is, they can dive if they need to. Or you can even fake the dive as soon as the Maokai ult comes out. Like, oh no, improve! Improve, they make it overall. That's game. Oh, okay, maybe not. Oh no, they kill Soweto's game. They can fight one more kill. Okay, Tropa stay alive by the skin of their teeth. If Soweto or if Avenger had died there, that was game. Yeah, but even now, oh man, how did we get here, man? Tropa's comp was so good. And the early game wasn't that bad for them. Like, yeah, they lost bot, but they won top, so it should have been better. It's like it's just 2 lost team fights, and Kate Stars just ran them over. Really good job from Kate Stars. I think for me, MVP this game is Leleko. Like his Oriana, his clutch survives have been really key. Like Mortius is more kills. Mortius is the flashier, but Mortius had a winning lane. Whereas I think Leleko is a much more skill-based matchup. Oh, and again, that shockwave, huge. Okay, it's actually a game this time. Sorry, didn't mean cover. The hell is they're padding KDAs. And they actually got pentakill for Mortius! Bro, Mortius is gonna win MVP because of that pentakill, but I think it should be Leleko, man. Leleko was just cracked. Okay. We knew Mortius was good, right? Like Coach Steele's been talking this guy up to the point where he even said that Smalley was just placeholder, right? So I think that's absolutely we knew what the skill level Mortius is going to bring. I like to tell us as well what they were doing. So yeah, really strong bot lane showing. I think Tyrion actually did a pretty solid job up top. Like he did what he had to. Didn't particularly stand out. Theiti did well overall. But I think I'm blinded a little bit by how good Leleko and Mortius is. That's hard for me to see like how good other players are. And then, if anything, I think I feel like I picked up more from Tropa than from anything else because, like, Orboy with the key ult, which was huge because that mid lane fight was, I think, what really tipped the game completely over. And Avenger losing lane to me is a bit of an issue. That was a counter pick, Tristana. Like, you knew what you were playing into, and you opted for it, and you lost lane with it. So to me, that's kind of a problem. Like, Sure, I mean, you can say you picked Triss for the comp, but you could have picked almost anything and it would have been fine with this composition. Because the bones were there. So that to me is a massive, massive issue. I can't say much about improving Tominius. I think I need to see more from them before I speak to them. But yeah, I think Soweto probably performed best for me from Tropa this game. This was where they started whiffing the ults, like right here. And it kind of just all went downhill from there. That 14.7k should be a lot higher as a Rumble, who's kind of busted right now. Okay, I want to see MVP. Give it to Leleco, man, please. Hey, they actually give it to Leleco! Let's go! Like I was kind of worried they were gonna give it to because don't get me wrong, Mortius is really good. Mortius is very, very good, but I think that this game Leleco did more. And yeah, Mortius partially benefited from just the pentakill at the end there, which his team also really helped set up more than anything else. So yeah, day one already. I don't really have expectations going. Oh, hold on. Is that the standings I saw there? Yeah. I don't really have like huge expectations of these teams coming into today. So like it's not as if I feel like, oh, some team should have won or should have lost. Wait, Kate Stars just won. Right? V is victory, D is defeat, right? Didn't Kate Stars just win? I think they made a mistake on that one. Tropa should be in the defeat column. Yeah, so it's good to see. I'm for a lot, not a lot of them stood out to me right away. I think I'll have to see more of them to really kind of have a feel. Yeah, I'm just trying to see, like, is anybody new who like was like, hey, this guy's really, really good. So far, I've been impressed more by the returning academy players. Have been doing really, really well. Yeah, Namiru is still a question mark for me. I mean, he did well in lane, but I can't see anything till like, his team's not just crashing down around his ears. If anything, Kaboom Academy. Kaboom Academy, okay. I had expectations for this roster, I guess, because it's a CBLOL level roster. But even then, they got a little bit sloppy in the mid game. Still, really, really strong team. I think this is the team to beat right now. This is just such a cracked roster. I really actually want to see them go up against Flamengo Academy, because this is the other big like academy roster I'm really looking at. Yeah, so right now, yeah, it's all the returning players I think who have really impressed me today. Pain, okay, I'm Pain fan, so I'm slightly biased, but also like I'm very excited for this Pain roster. And I'm scared to hype them up, but I think they're a top 3 roster. Day one. But that's day 1, 6 games. I'll be back again tomorrow to watch day 2. And then, as I said before, hopefully next week I will be co-streaming the games live. So I'll be able to actually get live reactions. I know that some of y'all don't like it when I speed through at 1.75 speed. I'm sorry, that's actually how I normally watch my VODs, because I watch a lot of VODs. So if I don't do 1.75, I can't watch all the games. But yeah, I'll be watching at 1 time speed, and we'll have something CBLOL English guys on as well for the co-stream, hopefully. We'll see who's available. The timing's kind of bad because it's a weekday, and some of us are like Pacific time, which is like I think 5 hours behind Brazil. So like watching in the morning where people normally work. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. You know, and yeah, fingers crossed it ends up well. But that's it for today. Yeah, thanks for dropping by and watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for more games of CBLOL Academy.